I think it would have been good to start the show. PlayStation's going to give you more remasters. You're getting
Got your
shit.
remaster Astronaut 2.
I'm going to remaster you. Got a lot. Remaster again.
Doing it live, everybody. Screw it. We're doing it live. I see one person came to the chat. We're actually live. We might be having issues with the internet today. I don't know. Doesn't look so solid. But anyways, welcome to the Games Talk Live podcast. Hargeet can't be with us today. Unfortunately, he had a death in the family. So heart goes out to Hargeet for that.
Shout out to the homie Hargeet, man. Much love, brother.
I told him take as much time as you need, and hopefully he will be here when he gets back. But in the interim, we have a couple of guys here, a couple of yahoos, a couple of gay dudes here. We got Colt Eastwood and Zocker87. I know, because we're all happy. We're all happy.
We're all
here.
super gay. Yeah.
Super. Anyways, so we're here to talk some games and stuff. I absolutely have no real topics, Colt, and that's why I called Colt. I'm like, I need some help. I've been sick for the last 2 weeks, and at one point I was just like, man, am I gonna make it through this? Like it was just really bad. Last Saturday, somebody asked me if I could why I wasn't going live, and I was like, I don't even have a voice. I had nothing coming out. It was just nothing but it was silence, bro, when I tried to talk.
Shooting blanks, dude. Shooting blanks.
It was like shooting blanks, bro. You're exactly right. I actually, let me send it over to Zocker87 because he's such a gamer. I want to ask Zocker87, Zocker, what have you been playing recently?
So I've been playing a lot of. I beat Red Dead Redemption, the remaster on PC. A lot of fun.
The first one,
yeah.
The first one, yeah, and just realize how well written that damn thing is.
If you played the second, you would find out that's well written too. But
Zocker is a toddler.
I had to go. The second one was written so bad, I had to go back 11 years and play a real game.
You didn't even play the second one.
No, I've been playing that a lot of TFT and then League of Legends and stuff like that, and getting ready for the new WoW season to come out. But I'm probably gonna jump into Avowed tonight. I think I'm gonna finally jump in, see how that goes. It's either that one or Indiana Jones because I haven't played it. Yeah, haven't played Indiana Jones, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. So those are the two games I'm thinking about jumping in this weekend.
Yeah. Colt, what about you, my friend? What have you been up to? What have you been playing? I know you've been playing a lot.
Yeah. It's been crazy. A lot. Finished up with Avowed like a week ago, 70 hours. And now I'm playing Enshrouded, which you and I have like 80 hours in each, which is only on PC, but it's coming to console in like a year. But it's like, I don't know, it's a survival fantasy RPG that we liked, and I'm trying to get you back into. I've been playing that. I need to get back into Kingdom Come Deliverance too, but I'm waiting for you to feel better so we can like play that at the same time because I started that. Yeah, it's been good. Cover some Elder Scrolls stuff. We could talk about that a little bit today because that's kind of gone sideways. That'll be a fun topic for the three of us. So I've been good.
Yeah, I lately, again, being sick, I can't play games. I'm barely at the point now where I'm thinking about going and playing something. So maybe after the show, maybe I might start up Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 again. I started that before I got sick, and I was having a great time with it. But yeah, maybe I'll jump back into that for sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll re-download Enshrouded and come join you in that world as well, because That was a lot of fun. We played a lot of that game back in the day. So and
When
you've
was
learned how to
that? That
do
was
certain things.
it's like a year ago, or maybe a few 9 months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I hate when YouTube does this to me. It's like re-sign in to your YouTube account. It's like, stop it. Oh my
You're going
God.
through it, buddy, today.
Yeah, no, it's a shit show. It's probably not going to be a very good show, people. I'm just letting you know.
Why
now.
are you so negative, bro? We're gonna have a great time.
Oh,
Wait, Zocker's here?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since I'm here, it's gonna be real bad.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'm coming in with the console war tonight. I don't give a shit.
Oh shit.
Lay
That's
it on
right.
us, bro. Let's. You can't do that. Lay it
Yeah, I
on us,
had
bro.
a-
What's the console war, bro?
I mean, Fonz, do you have a topic? I don't want to derail anything. You want to go through your topic list that you put together like a professional?
Let's talk about Sasquatch. Let's talk about Bigfoot right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, I that's the thing. I didn't have any prep for this show, and it's that's why I say it's probably not going to be a great podcast. But I know a few things happened during this week. One of those things, Colt, you were telling me about Shuei Yoshida being interviewed.
Yeah.
On Last Stand Media, I guess. Colin Moriarty.
Colin
Yes.
Moriarty? Yeah.
he
That interview.
interviewed him, and he had a lot of interesting things to say, and a lot of people, like to take things out of context and stuff, and repeat what he's saying, but not necessarily repeat the entire thing that he said and stuff. And what are some of the stuff that he was saying there? Because I didn't watch the whole interview, to be honest.
Yeah, some of the stuff that he said, I didn't either. I mean, I heard Shu talk in a bunch of other interviews, but up leading to this, and Last Stand Media's interview is blocked behind a paywall for Patreon, so I didn't check that out.
You
I mean,
just get little bits and pieces here.
yeah, because I mean, honestly, I don't know. We've heard a lot from Sean Layden and Shu like after they left, and it kind of gives you an insight of what the downfall of some of PlayStation's problems have started from. But like, I'm not super interested in that. I'm like looking forward and where we're going other than where we've been. But one of the things that he said that you and I and Zocker were kind of arguing about today was that apparently the actual quote from Shu was that we bring our games on PlayStation on PC because in the US and Chinese market, there's a lot of room for growth. And then he went on and on about how in China, it's a really lucrative place because people don't really have consoles. And then between us in DMs this morning, we were all talking about why that is. And I said, and I don't know much about politics or foreign affairs when it comes to stuff like that, but I said, aren't consoles kind of illegal in China? Like not a lot of people have consoles. Doesn't matter what they are. There's not a lot of them compared to the rest of the world. But Zocker made a really good point, and I'll turn it over to Zocker on this part. Zocker said that the console market's already stagnant in the US for PlayStation. Like they're kind of leveled out right now. And so if they start selling their games on PC, they grow in the US even more. But that's kind of where we were going with that.
Well, it's not even just that. It's more like it's not illegal in China. Like if you remember I want to say it was 2015, 2016, China signed a deal to sell Xbox Ones in China. And it was like a very limited amount. I think it was like 500,000. I don't quote me on the numbers. I don't know. It might be 5 million or 500,000. And I remember everybody was really excited, and then you never heard anything about it again. And it was because they did not sell for anything there. And PlayStation, same thing. Consoles just didn't sell in China. And so a big thing that the Chinese government does is they restrict a lot of the things, like once you bring a platform into their like basically country. So there's a big restriction, like you can't play this game or whatever. Like they basically choose what like is going to be sold.
Yeah.
And that's why people are like, well, we're not going to do that. Like, of course, because people want to do whatever they want. So China has a massive PC market. That there's a reason why a lot of the games and Tencent buys a lot of the stuff, like Riot Games, like they're almost PC exclusive, right? Like a lot of the games they make are very PC centric. So that's what I think he's talking about. I don't know, like he's saying like that market, like China to the Chinese market's going to help them sell more PC games. It's like cool, I guess. Like sounds good. Like I don't know what else to say, but I think they're a little further away than people realize because Xbox started bringing stuff to PC like back in 2016. It took them several years to kind of get in a good cadence. And let's be honest, it's not about till what is it now? I would say now where they're starting to bring actual games out where it's pretty awesome. Like we've had Indiana Jones, the Obsidian's game just came out, Avowed. We're about to get Doom and all these other things. It took them a while to get there. And some of the PC ports, if you remember, were not that great. Like Crackdowns had problems. And that's what Sony's going through. They're going through the problems right now. Spider-Man 2 has problems. It's just going to take time. And I think he's basically hinting at that. And didn't he say something about like hurting like console like players' feelings or I can't remember. I saw something where he was talking about like once the games come to PC, it shouldn't hurt a PlayStation user or something like that.
Yeah, they use that terminology a lot. 'Cause they coddle the fans like it's going to be okay. We won't leave you. And then Xbox does the opposite and feels like it's not a signal what's to come. In 2 weeks, I'm going to tell you we're putting everything on PlayStation. Yeah, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like these interviews, like I don't care what Phil says anymore. I don't know about you guys. I don't care. I don't see it as news or him giving us insight. He's just saying his PR training, whatever he needs to say, and then he moves on. And PlayStation never talks on social media ever. So for this interview to happen, I feel like some of it was also what was the guy's name? Yoshida?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yoshida.
Yeah, Yoshida's I think he's doing a lot of this to show what happened and cover his career. Because he mentioned like last week or whatever, a week ago, where Jim Ryan basically told him either go handle indie games or basically you're leaving the company. So I feel like this is a lot of like face-saving PR shit from these executives that just want to make money. That's crazy. Just me. I don't know about you guys. That's what I think it is.
Well, all I do know is that he talked a bit about that, PC day and date or whatever. He was asked about it, and it doesn't seem like he's giving the answer that they're going to go day and date anytime soon. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's the market. It's the industry. It's where things are headed. I just don't see these consoles. If you look at the games, okay, matter of fact, the last couple of years, what have we really seen come from out of Sony's gaming library, and what have those games actually sold? The games that they've published, that may not be their first party, but they've published them, so technically it's first party. A lot of these games are selling 1 million, maybe 1.5 million copies, maybe 2. They're not really selling in big, large numbers, and that is the bulk of these, companies' money is the games, the software. And I know they make a little bit money on the consoles and stuff, but people put too much emphasis on that as far as that's concerned. And this is something that Microsoft has seen. Nintendo really hasn't had to go that route because Nintendo they sell games like crazy. All their exclusive games just frickin' sell. And they're an enigma. They're in a different, stratosphere than the other two consoles when it comes to game sales. Sony.
I would push back on that a little bit. I would say Sony makes a lot of money on their platform.
Yeah, you make a lot of money on their platform based on, if you look at selling like microtransactions and things like that, and even selling
just
some
third-party game, like third-party games,
as well. But when it comes to their games, I'm talking and day and date. It's like eventually that's got to come. It's got to, because I don't see if you look at the sales of some of these, like even Spider-Man 2, as well as Spider-Man 2 sold, it didn't sell as well as the first Spider-Man. The Last of Us 2 didn't sell as well as the first Last of Us. And like, you can't keep going with these same games or just these sequels and thinking this is going to just hit home every time. I don't think they're all going to sell really freaking like phenomenally like they think. I don't know. They need to come up with some new stuff, and I know they're trying. Lord knows they tried with Concord. It just failed miserably. And
I think they're gonna do what Xbox did, but just a generation behind. I don't think they're gonna do I don't think they're gonna do day and date until the PS6 comes out and it's at least 2 to 3 years old, because then they're just gonna undercut their next generation console, and they need that money right now. They are not like Microsoft. They don't have a store online, like on the PC, where they make the money. Microsoft has 2 stores, Battle.net and their Microsoft store. They need to bring it together, and in reality, everybody's just going to go to Steam. So they're going to have to bring their games out and then take that. I think Steam is 30%, that 30% hit. So I don't know if they're going to try to do that right now. I think they're just going to bite the bullet. Like, their console's selling well. Like, let's just be honest. Like, it's doing very well. It's at like 70.
Oh yeah, and everybody's buying the Pro. Did you hear that? I mean, all the PC gamers are moving to the PS5 Pro. Apparently, GPUs are way too expensive now, and PC gamers has just thrown up their hands and said, "Hey, I'm buying a PS5 Pro, and I'm done with PC gaming." According to Jay's 2 cents.
Who the hell said that?
Jay's 2 cents said this, and I'm like, where did you hear that? I have not seen anything on a Discord, on Reddit, or any like of gamers.
I haven't even heard people saying they don't want to buy the new GPUs. Like,
I don't even know who the fuck that is. Who is that?
He's a pretty good channel. He has a good tech channel. Yeah, it was a weird thing for him to say, because I've never heard him say anything that wasn't right, and he was like, people are now deciding to plug a monitor into a PS5 Pro instead of getting these new GPUs and build a PC. I'm like, what? Who would say that? I mean, even Gaz, the troglodyte of the console war gaming space, is going PC. Wait, is he still here?
Yeah, he said I don't have a reason to put Phil Spencer in my thumbnails. I'll find one, bitch. Don't you worry.
I really don't get that comment though. Like, why out of the blue he would say something like,
just join us, guys.
PC gamers that are going to leave, the PC gaming aside because GPUs are too expensive. They're just going to buy a PS5 Pro. It's like, so you're going from 120 plus frames to sub 60 frames with the PS5 Pro.
With frame gen.
With frame
gen on PSSR. Like a PC gamer would go.
It's so disingenuous. It's such a lie.
Can I say something? I think a lot of this shit is dumb, because I think what he said is 100% incorrect. Do we not understand the exclusive games that are on PC? And I'm not saying they're exclusive they're not people on console. Like they're just not there. League of Legends isn't there on console. Neither is World of Warcraft. Neither is Counter-Strike. Neither are all these other games. And those are the games that have the most gamers on it. I think Counter-Strike averages 1 million people a day. When WoW expansions come out, they sell 3 to 4 million copies in the first day. That's what people are going to play. So you're telling me somebody that plays those games, which that's a PC gamer, is going to all of a sudden be oh, I'm just going to go to console all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's no, that's not how that works. And then not to mention, they give up a lot of what they like. For instance, the freedom, being able to do more.
For instance, there is I've been on PC now for a good while. It's been close to I would say a year. I'm not even sure. I'm still foggy headed, but I've been on PC for a little while now, and ever since I've been on PC, one thing that I've noticed is a lot of those games you speak of that are exclusive to PC, or games that I necessarily wouldn't look at on console, I've looked at on PC, and I found out, like Enshrouded, Colt, like that game.
Yeah,
I would never look at that game on console. That game's not on console, but it's I wasn't sure I liked that type of game, and I played it and I really loved it. And then I've got games coming out like Solasta 2 that I'm looking forward to. That's a PC RPG. I can't wait to play that game. So it's just there's no way you're looking at this new world of PC gaming, or even if you've been there for quite some time, and then you're going to look down at the PS5 Pro and go, you know what? I want to go to that. And I want to play those games that I can already play on my PC now in better fidelity and performance. It makes zero sense.
I will say that I don't think PC gamers are leaving PC for the PS5. What I think is happening is what's been happening since the PS4 era.
Oh, they can
I
buy
think
one.
PC they just buy one. I think
Yeah,
PC
of course.
gamers wait, they buy one when they have 4 to 5 exclusive games from the PlayStation and they buy one. Now, I don't think people under like somebody saying on there, Sebastian Cooper saying, Zarka, you can't say that PlayStation's become the casual box with 75 million consoles and its exclusives barely hit 5% of that, like basically 5% of that market. Yeah, I agree. I've always said that the PlayStation box since PS4 is the casual box. Like the Xbox 360 to me was the casual box because everybody had one. Like I don't know any friend that didn't have an Xbox 360 that played Halo, stuff like that.
You have to elaborate on what you mean when you say casual, because then people just think everyone is on PlayStation as a casual. But I know exactly what you're saying.
Like they're not like not. I'm not saying there's nuanced people. Come on, I'm not saying that they're just casual gamer. I'm saying like that's become where my friends have a PlayStation 5 or a PS4. I'm buying it because that's where we play FIFA. That's where we play Madden. That's where we play COD. That's where we play these big games. And a lot of those people on the PlayStation 5, these aren't the people that are in this community or on Twitter. These are the people that just buy like 2 or 3 games a year, if that, and that's it. And they have a PS5. Counts as a sale, but that's what they are. Now, as for people leaving PC to get a PS5 Pro because GPUs are too expensive, that's just fucking
That's
dumb.
just horseshit.
That's just dumb.
Horseshit.
I think what's happening and what's going to happen, and I think it's going to happen even worse next gen. I think Xbox gamers are going to buy a laptop or a PC and then buy a PlayStation.
Or just buy that Xbox that's supposedly sort of a PC anyway.
I mean, it depends on what they do with their software and what they do with everything. I have to see it to believe it. But I think a lot of them are just going to go PlayStation because then they can play Gears of War E-Day on there. And they can play everything else on there.
I'm willing to bet that Xbox has their own AI solution, sort of like PSSR with the PlayStation. I think they do something similar.
I don't care. I don't trust it. Like Xbox needs to fix their software on the PC with their marketplace, their store. They need to fix the software on the Series X still that they're saying is at full-fledged, like basically feature-proof now. It's all this stuff's out there and it's still not utilized correctly. And at some point you got to think, all right, then it's just made bad. That's all.
Well,
I
don't even know what's going on with the hardware right now. Even if you look at today's GPUs and stuff, I see so many problems with the 5090s. Like people, like there's so many videos coming out now saying that some of them are melting. Some of them are being held back by, even the highest end CPUs.
People are vaping into them.
There's just so many. I remember when they burned that PS4 and they tried to say that it was melting. And it was so obvious that it was burned from the outside in. Oh, God, that was so bad.
Or a few years ago when Xbox had to say, please don't vape into the bottom of your Series X to make, vape
getting
videos.
Back to my point on these GPUs, though, it's like we're at a point where, like, they're not even pushing the hardware or the raw power of this hardware. It's like they're going into AI more than anything with development. And it kind of sucks. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they're pushing fake frames. I don't like that at all. I saw an ad on Twitter and people just destroyed them, NVIDIA, for putting it out because they were showing an ad for the 5090 using multi-frame gen on competitive games. They were showing it, on Marvel Rivals, and people were like, why the hell would I put fake frames in Marvel Rivals? That's just, it's stupid. And we've come to that point where, like, every video you watch, where they're comparing the 5090 to the 4090 or 4080 to 5080, it's like they're constantly pushing that fake frames. And it's like, I don't give a shit about frame gen even now. I don't like all these fake frames. I don't like that the PSSR exists. I don't like that sort of thing. But it's like, that's where we're at with gaming. There's a lot of push for AI features, and it's not a great thing. It's going to lead to a lot of development issues. It's going to lead to a lot of poor development. It's going to lead to a lot of poor developers that don't really know how to frickin' do anything because they're going to rely so heavily on AI. I think we're going to get worse games in the future. We have buggy games now, broken games now. I think it's going to get worse with stuff like Unreal Engine 5. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I mean, I get what you're saying. To me,
So you're saying you think I'm hyperbolic on this?
It's not about hyperbolic. I think you have a good point. I think that there's a lot more factors than just that part that you're talking about, which is the AI. I think that the harmonization of hardware and software working together is very rare, and it's why NVIDIA is killing it, because they have the hardware and the software.
I don't think they have a solution, though. That's the problem. I don't think they have a solution for, say, power management and stuff like that. I think it's getting too much. Already the 5090's power supply and everything is just insane.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think they're just pushing the envelope, trying to go further. And it's like, how far do we want to go in this? Like, can we, like, I don't think they needed to bring out, to me, I don't think they needed to bring out the 5090 this year. They could have waited and work out the kinks, put a little bit more dev time into it. And that's what I think. As for the games coming out that are buggy, I think it's a lot more to do with the culture of development and the culture of coding and people and the way they do things. I don't think a lot of the people that have gone into coding actually enjoy it or love it.
Or
And
know
I think
it.
or don't even know it. And trust me, that is a fact. I think a lot of people need to realize what they're doing and see if it's something that they want to do and not just do it for a paycheck because they think they're going to make money.
See, Memecast guy in the chat says, Fonz, you have never spent a single day programming, so you really have no idea what you're trying to push. And I've never built a car either, but I know a lot about cars. So, I mean, I don't know what your point is. At the end of the day, we are seeing more AI pushed, and we are seeing fake frames being delivered, and it's not living up to the hype, man. And UE5 is not the engine you think it is. It's not the be all end all. It's being utilized because more developers can utilize or use it, and more developers it can easily be brought in to help other studios if they're using Unreal Engine 5 than using an in-house studio engine. So there are reasons why they're using it, and I get it, but at the same time, there are inherent problems with the engine itself that even go back to Unreal Engine 4 that they've never fixed, and it's not going to be fixed in Unreal Engine 5. At least I don't see it being fixed because they never fixed it in Unreal Engine 4. So there are issues out there. The developers just negate. They just make their games, put it out there, and if it's slop, it's slop. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but that's what I see. As a gamer, we play the games. We see the slop. We see it happen. We feel it when we're playing the game. And that's what I'm complaining about. I mean, and I have every right to complain about that. Why? Because I spend $70 fucking on the game, okay, Memecast guy? You don't have any right to say that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff, because I spend the money for this. You spend the money for this.
You don't know what you're talking
Matters.
about.
You little bitch. Welcome, Gaz, to the show. Mr. Septic Sauce himself.
And I'm not saying Boba, I'm not saying that the 5090 is not going to sell. It's sold out. Like, we all knew it was going to sell out. Like, that's NVIDIA just sells out. That's what happens. It's going to sell well. I'm just saying they could have put it in the oven for another year. Like, give it a little bit more time. One of the biggest issues right now in development, and this is gaming everywhere, people don't give development enough time to kind of let the developers breathe to get the most out of what they're working on. And that's happened time and time again. It's why broken games come out. It's all this shit. And honestly, it's because they're in this rush now mode usually, and developers don't get a chance to learn a certain software engine like UE5 or whatever they're using. It takes too long, and people don't want to do that because they put too much money into it, and development costs are insane right now. It's not sustainable. So that's all.
By the way, Highlander001, thank you for your membership for 21 months. He says, Unreal Engine is the worst thing for gaming. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing, but it's just the engine itself, Unreal Engine 5 right now, it has its issues. And we all know about it. The traversal stutter is one of the things. It's just horrible with it. And it's inherent in every game that uses Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5. It's just there.
It's not. You guys, I don't know why you guys hate Unreal Engine. You'll
I don't.
see.
I
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't
people
get
hate
that.
on
I didn't-
Creation Engine. Like, engines are engines. The developers have to do their job with them, and
Yeah.
all I care about is if they can make great games. And I played some really great games in Unreal Engine 4 or Unreal Engine 5 or Creation Engine. I just want a really good game. And I think what we have coming, there's a lot of really great games coming out that we're looking forward to in 2025. If we just look at just this year, there's so much to be excited about. And I think, Gaz wants to get a 5090 PC build going when those cards are available. And when he does that, you'll forget all about the oh crap, the cards aren't available right now, and we'll just have a good time. I don't know.
Although, to be honest, I the more I see about the 5090, it's not great. You're getting reports of God knows what, saying shit on fire, not stable enough. Then there are people talking about the fact that
ROPs,
yeah, I saw that today. And then, the gain. And I'm not exactly the biggest fan of this fake frame stuff, to be honest with you. So
it's terrible.
so it's just like the NVIDIA taking the piss a little bit. Then people like get the 4090, that's decent. And I'm like, you know what, I'm okay right now. The 3080 is doing its job, but I really want to play Cyberpunk with those realism mods. So I don't know, man. It's just, it's a bit, ultimately you have lots of choice. There's so much choice. So like playing on PC right now is just like revelation anyway. I am so happy on playing on PC. After playing Red Dead 2, which is a last gen game on PC, that is the best looking game I've played. Like minus Hellblade, which is obviously very constrained. This is Red Dead on open world, doing everything on the ultra wide screen monitor. And I feel like, oh my god, I was playing with the toys when it comes to these consoles.
Even Red Dead it's cleaner looking than Hellblade.
Yeah,
it
much
just
cleaner.
looks so nice.
It's just too good. I'm just
shocked. I want to install it again.
My jaw is dropped every time I'm playing. I was like,
so you're playing on a 3080 right now, which is hilarious because, so when Jay's 2 cents said that some PC players, because of the prices of the 5090, they're moving to the PS5 Pro. You're getting better fidelity and performance than the PS5 Pro with that 30 freaking 80. So
I don't know who Jay-Z 2 cents are. It's like 50 Cent, the Temu version, but I don't get it. I don't know who he is, but like
I don't get why his word. I don't get why his word matters. Like I don't like.
I don't know who he is. He might
because the Sony guys have seemed to latch onto that.
Did they know who he was before he made this statement? I don't think a lot of them even did. I don't know
because I've known him for a long time. I've seen his content
for
years.
Is he quite big?
Yeah. He's a huge channel. Yeah.
So what is he saying? He said because the 5090 is so expensive, people are buying the Pro.
Yeah,
so that means people have brain damage.
He just said it in passing. It was like
4 million subscribers.
It was just like he said it in passing, just saying, "Oh, some people are even just leaving PC and just buying a PS5 Pro and being done with it." And I'm just
it's anecdotal evidence. There's nothing suggesting that. So and who's going to buy? Today you had Digital Foundry come out, do I think is it today, but basically they had their clips 3 months after the Pro came out. And they basically said it was just like an abortion, in paraphrasing what they wanted to say. It's just like a shit. PSSR didn't do anything. They were trying, well, Final Fantasy looked okay. But the rest of it was like, what's the future of Pisser tech? Is Pisser going to be replaced with FSR? They don't know. The results are a bit shit. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, okay. I mean, at this point, it's like laboring. I'm so tired of the console. Like, consoles haven't done anything. Neither the PS5 or the Series X, or definitely not the Pro. Like,
look at it. Look how much it's changed in 4 months for Gaz.
There's so many people that S Cruz in the chat. He says Fonz didn't even buy his PC. It was a gift, and he's talking about I spend the money. I'm talking about the fucking games, you moron. The $70 you pay on every fucking game. Oh, matter of fact, I only pay $60 on mine. Why? Because I'm on PC, bitch. All right, let's go.
Love it. I love it. You know, shit.
I don't know why even
Listen,
people are coming at you. Like,
It's
fuck
so
off.
stupid because they got no fucking life. They want to be around and they want to hear some shit. And
Face, you would enjoy a pro if it was just a thong that you put on your head, bro.
Honestly, I don't understand how people right now are buying a, like, if you have a PS5, fine, I have one. I don't care. Like, it's great, whatever. What?
He says, I'm enjoying my Pro. Yeah, I mean, I would too. I mean, I would enjoy my PS5 or whatever, but the difference is staggering between mid-gen this time around and mid-gen last generation. When we got the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, like I got to play Rise of the Tomb Raider at 60 FPS. I couldn't do that on my Xbox. You don't get that kind of experience on the PS5 Pro. You're getting the continuing to get up-resed 60 FPS or frame gen 60 FPS on the PS5 Pro, the same as an Xbox One X or Xbox Series X. So it's so obvious how this time around the PS5 Pro, the mid-gen generation console, was not the same jump or leap or improvement that we got last time. I think it's so funny that Digital Foundry has to say, look, this has been the most unremarkable upgrade for a console, and the consoles like were doing really well in the first couple of years, but once they started to push the tech a little more, now they had more power. Now we have games that are just like barely able to scrape by with native 1080p at 60 on these consoles. And if you play a little bit on PC, like you were making the joke that Gaz, like after 4 months, Gaz already sees a light. It's like it only takes a day to see, oh, okay. I mean, it's way more money though. To play on PC.
Danny Passion Official, thank you for the 2. He says, in-game built in frame gen works, decent, still sucks. Yeah, I don't like frame gen at all, Danny. I think it's shit. I think it's complete shit. Everything it brings with it, the freaking the latency, the freaking the way it looks around certain objects, hair and everything, it's really bad.
And the UI.
Face 23 BKNY, thank you for the $1.99. He says games used to be $100 in the 90s. Yeah, and games used to have higher production costs. Well, they had a lot of limited technology back in the 90s too, and they were on.
The game was also built
carts.
on the cartridge, like they had to build the actual cartridge.
So they were They were more expensive for a reason. Things got cheaper and more streamlined as tech
when they could
moved on.
Press them on a disc on a.
When people bring that up,
I mean, can we chill out with the, like, it's just because it was on a disc? Like, also back in the day, you used to look like top down and shit used to look like barf. Like, even now when I look at I'm playing Red Dead on PC, the first one, like, the landscape is not detailed. It is a 360 game. They literally could just drag their mouse across the map, throw up looking grass, and we're good. Like, that's all it took. Like, it was less
for the developer.
Like that's literally, dude, you could do that in UE5. Like I've used UE4 and 5. Like, we've done it. Like, me and friends have done that. And UE5, the reason why
I invented Unreal Engine.
I know you did. Look at you, you're unreal.
I bought it and sold it to Gas.
On the billionaire. It's just, that's what you do. It's like, it makes it easier. It's the front end and the back end kind of simultaneously together, and that's how you code it. Like, that's why shit was, like, cheaper back in the day, because it didn't cost as much as it does now to make a game. Like, that's just what it is, right? Like, we've talked about it multiple times. They're like, oh, it costs hundreds of, like, mocap, all the details, and if you don't have the facial expressions like Andromeda, you're gonna get fucked. So
PC games seem to have a much better. PC games seems to have much more dynamic pricing. How is that? Why are consoles getting? Because manufacturers and platform holders they can fleece you for shit. Oh, why digital games cost the same as physical games?
He's being sued for it right now.
Because, like, literally, because console gamers allowed it. That's why it's happening. Like,
exactly.
We've already talked about this, and we've talked about this, like, before on other podcasts. Like, the console gamer allowed it. That's why paying for internet multiplayer is the dumbest thing, and they allowed it. That's all. Like, they were able, like, once you pay for it, they're gonna be like, cool, you're paying for it. Why would you stop? If somebody keeps handing you money, why are you gonna say something? So until they say no, that's what's going to happen and continue to happen.
Face 23 BKNY with $1.99 says PS5 Pro's only been out 3 months. I would give it a year, guys.
I would also. I mean, to be fair, like, yeah, sure. I mean, PISA tech might improve, but like, I don't know how likely that's going to be to happen. We've listened to Digital Foundry's video. They were talking about whether there's a real risk of whether or not PISA will end up being redundant with FSR and all this stuff. But I think it's a fair comment to make that the consoles will take time, but is it really worth it for that asking price if you're sitting there waiting after 3 months?
What time? What are we talking about? The next gen consoles are like 2 to 3 years away.
That's what. Yeah, exactly.
What are you waiting for?
And they sold you on
games.
software. They sold you on PSSR software. They're supposed to sell you hardware. That's what you're supposed to be paying. The
and games. What games for the Colt? Are they buying the PS5 Pro for?
I can't believe that they sold them on frame gen. That's
and I remember when the media went after Xbox One X for launching that console in 2017, and they didn't have a launch game for it because Crackdown 3 got delayed. And the game journalist like, where's the launch game for the Xbox One X? And PS4 Pro didn't have a launch game. And so we still have, there's not been one brand new game from PlayStation Studios that launched on the PS5 Pro that I know of.
Wasn't Astrobot 2 one?
It came out before. It was like a month before.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Make it simple what the 2 says. I hate frame gen, but it's doing wonders in Avowed right now. Yeah, I mean, I would attribute that to just overall just poor optimization with Unreal Engine 5, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think that's why you need frame gen.
Avowed is really horribly optimized.
If you look at a game like
Kingdom
Come Deliverance 2, it's freaking beautiful, and it runs beautifully. It's so
What did you say, guys?
Nothing.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's performance is so good. And that's because of the engine. It's the
and there's not a lot
engine,
of stuff
right?
going on in that boring game. There's no magic.
Oh,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
What are you talking
No, it's
about?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is one.
The NPCs actually walk around in that game, Colt. They actually move.
Oh, game of the year. Woo.
Yeah. That's so funny. Gaz, you wouldn't know a game of the year if it hit you in the fucking face.
Jesus.
Biff Rinaldi, member for 26 months. I hardly ever pay for games anymore. Storefronts give out tons of games, and Game Pass is a thing. Yeah, between Game Pass and especially if you're on PC, and I think you are, Biff, yeah, a lot of storefronts give away games. And that's something that Gaz is back now to, is being on his PC. He sees the price differences, and he's like, what the hell? Why would
Actually, the problem is I'm spending a lot more. Because the prices are so good, I just buy a shit ton of games. I'm buying them in bulk. I bought GTA 5 again today. Even though I got it on Epic for free. You know, when it was free, I downloaded it. But because I like Steam so much better, I downloaded it again. I paid 30 quid for it.
And you can link those games into Steam, so you can launch all of them from Steam, even if they're Epic. I'll show you that later. Yeah,
too late now. Nice. I bought the game. Damn it.
Yeah.
The Turk says the PS4 Pro is needed. The GPU needed upgrade for 4K, not so much this gen. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier with, matter of fact, that new wall piece you have behind you, Colt. The Xbox One X, honestly, is, I was saying this is coming from me.
Yep.
I think the Xbox One X is probably one of the last, best upgrade consoles we'll ever see again. We won't see a great console like that again that upgrades so much.
I probably used my Xbox One X more than any other console the last 20 years.
Yeah, same.
I actually
the One X
really
was so
enjoyed
good.
It. I loved it so much. I remember playing Borderlands with Colt and Dealer, and Borderlands would crash the console.
It would shut it off.
It would shut it off, and then I remember after the third one, I was like, I'm not doing it. I was like, I'm not doing it. I was like, after the third crash, I was like, I'm not doing it, because if it kills this thing, I'm a broke bitch. I ain't getting another one.
It's funny because I was on PC when the One X came out, so I was like, meh. And then it came back.
No, but when it comes to consoles, Gaz, I don't think we're going to see another console that's going to wow us like that one did.
Yeah, the One X was the biggest leap I'd ever seen.
That leap that we got last gen to that One X, especially when Red Dead 2 hit. That changed the game.
Nah,
You
for
had
me, it
even
was-
not 60,
you
though.
listen to this.
It was
You
double the
even had-
resolution of the PS4 Pro.
You
Double
even
the resolution.
You even had journalists that were hating on Xbox all generation go out and buy a 1X just to play Red Dead 2.
I remember that.
I
And
I know
honestly,
J2 Cents said it.
The game that killed it was when it launched with Assassin's Creed Origin and World War II Call of Duty. Those were the first two games, and I remember just sitting there going like, "Woof, these are fucking insane looking."
Yeah,
Like I could just never
Origins
go
looked
back.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
PC was better. Why is that on your wall, Colt?
We already know.
Is that the One X?
That's the One X.
Yeah, that's the Xbox One X board. I bought it like super cheap. What's the guys like? It doesn't work. I'm like, I just want it. I wanted it on my wall like that because that console right there, that chip, was when my channel started actually. When people actually like, hey, I'm gonna watch this video for once.
That's
Yeah,
a cool thing. It's like an altar to the death of Xbox just there on your wall.
It was like it was like the rising of Xbox, but
the last.
Yeah, I mean it's that chip right there. Like that's meant a lot to like a lot of stuff that's changed for me when it comes to YouTube in my life. So
he cried.
Yeah, I bought it on eBay and
that's a good
so
idea.
Beautiful. But the chip's so small. It's like it's so small. That's why you only just 30 frames.
Kind of like Gaz's wee wee. Anyways,
I just said that you can't beat
Phase
it.
23 BKNY with $1.99 says, I thank the 360 for paying for online.
Yeah, you should also thank the 360 for giving you a trophies, you piece of shit, and actually having a decent freaking online environment in the PS4 because Sony copied the entirety of the 360 freaking DNA, you piece of shit. So the console's easy to build and has the freaking trophies that you love and is like freaking designed with game chat in mind because the freaking PS3 didn't have enough RAM, you fuck. Sorry, I don't like your fonts.
People will buy the PS5 Pro for GTA 6, he says.
Did guys just go to bat for the 360 like a dumb bitch?
Because it was an amazing time, man.
That was the best console, you stupid light.
Yeah, the Red Ring of Death, you stupid fuck.
You know what?
I never got the Red Ring of Death.
I got it.
Oh, there it is.
I never did.
I never got any of that.
The funny thing,
I got a little
is,
why do I sound Southern American all of a sudden? You
there's only two scenarios.
Because that's how you sound when I hear you talking.
There's only two scenarios. There's guys like me and Gaz who never got the red ring, and then there's the other guys who had like 9 red ring Xboxes.
You never
That's
got
the story
it
I always
either?
hear. I never got it. I had my 360
either.
I had my 360. Yeah, right. I had my 360 from spring 07 until 2013. Well, I actually kept it around for like 2 more years.
Well, you
with the
let
Xbox
me tell you
One.
something.
Yeah, never
you
red
are
ring.
in the extreme minority, and you guys are lucky.
Yes,
Lucky.
it literally lost Microsoft money.
Racist.
They didn't make money off the 360. That's how bad.
You know what? One of the biggest problems was for the 360 with people. It was a faulty design, but it was these douchebangers who had their 360s in their like entertainment closets all like closed up, and they're like, I don't understand why it overheated. I mean, I just knew what I was doing.
I didn't have it in a closet. I just
gamer.
sat on it, for the warmth. I don't know.
Mine was literally on my desk in the wide open and still.
I bought mine in 07, and that was the model that was supposed to be like less red ringing, I guess. Way back in 06 or 07, but whatever.
Yeah, someone said I had 3 in warranty. That's from A2. I had 2 in warranty, and the third one they were like, well, we can't do it. It's out of warranty. And I was like, I'm not buying a 360. I have my one that's dead, and that's it. I'm just like, whatever.
I put a
never
poll
bought
up.
one again.
Did you have Red Ring of Death on the 360?
I can't wait to hear how many people lie, like Gaz and Colt.
Why would they lie? It's anonymous.
It's you guys are lying. I'm telling you.
My 360 is down here in my entertainment cabinet. It's not even plugged in, but I kept it because it survived.
Yeah, I honestly, you two are the first 2 people I've ever met that didn't have Red Ring of Death.
Literally the only 2 people I've ever met
that I know personally.
No, you guys are gay.
You two or us?
Well,
I am happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Wait, do you?
Like, even if it had the red ring of Zorka, it doesn't matter, man. It just
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter,
dude.
It did because that console was so good. It was so incredible.
So let me tell you what I think of it. I think
gives a shit.
the 360 is a cool console. To me, what made the 360 gen is just the games. Everybody loved those games.
It's
The
all
console
shit, man.
got Red Ring of Death like shit.
No, it didn't. It had a
people
freaking, it had a
forget.
whole environment. You fuck the whole thing, like party chat and everything, and achievements and
I
all the
get
things
what
that we
you're
Dude,
saying.
the whole
Listen,
vibe of the
it was
360.
most-
Fuck,
it-
there was already shit like that on PC
No,
with
no,
TeamSpeak,
Oh,
Ventrilo. Who gives a
TeamSpeak, you
shit?
compare it to
No.
PC, you dumb.
An 08 PC barely could even hold their own pants up back then.
You comparing to PC,
Dude,
on top
Colton,
of
when did
console.
Steam launch? You fucking
you can't
special
soccer.
person.
You can't negate
Dude,
the fact
Steam
that
wasn't
the
decent till
360 was an
2010s, bro.
amazing console.
Oh my god.
Generation 360 was really a great console. Now
Steam
It was
ran
ahead of
well.
its time.
People can argue whether or not that that was their favorite console or not. I mean, everybody has their favorites. I personally like the OG Xbox better that generation because of
Lame.
the games and stuff I played in that generation.
You liked brute force though, Fonz.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shit taste.
Actually, you know what I did like back
Jesus
then.
Christ.
No, you know what I
Game
liked?
of the year. You like
You know what I
brute
liked?
force?
No, I liked Elder
Brute force
Scrolls,
is the name of the cologne he
Morrowind
wears
back
when he
then.
goes to the bars.
I enjoyed Morrowind. It was the first time I played a game like that on a console, and I was just blown away by it. I was like, "Holy crap!" This game's amazing.
I'm just blown away that Colton guys are sitting here basically sucking off the 360 generation.
It
when
was
It's
all of
amazing.
Xbox,
the best
all of
gen that we
Xbox
ever
did.
got.
The 360
Everything
cemented,
Xbox
like-
did. Everything Xbox did then was like, we don't need first party studios. We're good. All this shit. Oh look, the Connect's here. Oh look at this.
He doesn't even
All this
realize
stuff.
that. It doesn't
Bro.
even realize that at late PS3 gen was when the first party that we know was created. It was
Yeah.
late.
Why- I'm not saying anything about PlayStation.
It
I'm
was
not
literally
saying
the
anything about
360.
PlayStation.
It was
Yes,
literally the 360 that forced them to
get your
create.
head
Defend-
out of your
defend
ass. I
soccer.
never
Zucker
said
such
anything
shit
about
taste and
PlayStation,
everything.
you
Oh my
stupid
god, the
fuck.
360
Never
was so
said
far
anything
ahead
about
of the game.
PlayStation.
But Zucker,
It almost
I mean,
tanked the
but Gaz,
PlayStation that had forced PlayStation to invest into their first party.
Gaz.
Yeah,
Why
the
do you
360
care
was
about
could argue,
PlayStation?
I could argue
because it
that
was such a powerful console that it made such a big change.
the OG
that the PlayStation
Xbox,
copied it.
Developers,
the
developers.
Developer friendly,
no.
easy to develop
Gaz,
for,
Gaz,
with
Gaz,
achievements,
Gaz.
with online environments, with freaking everything.
The
That
360 refined what the OG Xbox gave us because we had
these guys
all
are
that with the
retarded.
OG,
What are they
OG
talking
Xbox.
about?
We had
OJ
all of that
Simpson.
with the OG Xbox, and we had an amazing time with that console. It was an
You had
amazing
all
console.
an OG Xbox.
Playing online, playing party chats. Hell yeah!
Bro,
Okay, here.
Yeah,
Gaz,
freaking-
Gaz. How about we have a conversation without you bringing up Sony? Because I didn't bring up Sony once in that whole thing. So let's
because
talk
you
about
don't
the
understand
360.
because you don't understand the nuance,
I
right?
understand it better
just
than I
you
forgot
just
more
said
about that
360
gen than
was
you've ever
nothing.
known.
It didn't do anything. 360 was such
Hold
a
on,
Zucker, you haven't even
When
got
did
through
I-
puberty
Shut up.
yet.
When did I
Shut up,
say
Zucker,
I'm
you
going through
dumb
it right now with his
This
voice?
guy's such
You
a
hear me sound
moron.
like a girl. It makes me very happy. That's about
I was comparing to Steam, and they got D-Batch in the frickin' chat saying, "Oh, the Steam was really good." Well, this guy was sucking off the PlayStation 5 Pro. The frickin' Digital Foundry said it's
Yes!
absolutely dog shit. Shut up,
D-Batch literally
D-Batch.
posted a video of you sucking off the PS4 when you don't have
Hey.
a beard and you look like you just came out of
I
a camel's
posted that
ass.
video, and that was a PS4 that
All
was
right.
birthed as a result of
So
the
while
360.
you guys are arguing here, I'm going to read through these chats right now. Ron G2665 with $1.99 says, "Did you guys get your
Ron G!
5090s? Got my 5090 bundle
All right.
from Newegg. No, I'm not getting a 5090. I'm
Danny
I'm
Passion
content with my
Zocker says you wanted
4090.
to do console war.
Um,
I did.
Web Dave with the 499. What's up, Dave? Web Dave is looking slim these days. That man is losing a lot of weight. Web Dave, congrats for
Ozempic.
that, man. He said Ozempic.
Yes!
I don't know.
That's
Everyone's
what
on
I
it now.
think. Hey, bro, that's what I think Phil's on. Fonz,
Definitely.
Colt, Gaz, Zocker, what a mega panel.
Ozempic.
Everyone hit that like button and sending Hargeet and his family prayers. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Much love to
Yes,
Hargeet,
to
brother.
be real, to be totally real.
For sure.
Also, the 360 era was propped up by Xbox and Microsoft making none of their games. None of those games belonged to them. They weren't even their studios. They just
Nope.
farmed everything out,
Nope.
and they
Yep.
freaking money hatted everything.
Yep.
And everyone's like,
I
"Oh, I
loved
wanted
it.
to go back to 360." I'm like, dude, they didn't make those games. They didn't own Epic. They didn't. They owned the Gears IP, but they didn't make Gears. They didn't make Forza Horizon.
Kind of like all the games on Sony's platform the last
Yeah, it was
couple
like
of years.
I mean, I didn't want to bring up PlayStation, but hey, you know.
Thank you, Colt. Thanks for bringing up facts. I know it's hard for Gas to
Yeah.
really wrap his
Danny
brain
Passion
around that
Official,
stuff.
thank you for the 2. He
This
says
guy
Space
sits or
23.
wanks off his mouse to freaking League of Legends talking shit. Guy doesn't even play games anymore.
Hey, listen.
I don't trust anyone that uses a mouse and keyboard over a
You
controller.
think Hellblade 2 is
Hey.
a game? Shut your stupid face,
Hey,
dude.
both of you shut your stupid faces. Face 23 says, use Sony money. Or actually, Danny says, Face 23, use Sony money to comment on Xbox podcasts.
Hey,
Oh.
yeah, boy.
Gaz,
Yeah.
I swear
Sony
to, Gaz,
money
I swear
to
to God,
comment
when
on
you visit
Xbox
in August, we're
podcasts.
gonna get fucking arrested, and they're gonna be like, they were fighting.
Oh,
We're like,
dude,
no,
you
we're
guys
having
are
a
gonna
conversation,
fight, bro.
You guys are
guys
gonna
are gonna
soup
fight.
kitchen in
And I'm gonna-
Fonz's Hyundai.
Dude, I'm going to freaking love it, man. And then
We're
they're,
gonna get
they're
I swear to
probably gonna
God.
they're probably gonna end up making out, bro.
I will
Well,
have
you gotta
sex
be here
with
for
her.
that.
Probably. Don't
Probably.
undersell that.
Oh shoot, Face 23,
Yeah, a
BKNY
lot more
with the
than making
Sony
out.
money, 1999 says Danny Passion Official. At least I have money, bitch. No, I just threw that in there. To buy my games instead of renting and super chats and buying Xboxes. Gamer, a PS5 Pro. Oh, he bought. That's right. He says he bought an Xbox Gamer, a PS5 Pro, which is Rand, right? Didn't you buy Rand a PS5 Pro?
No, he super chatted.
Dude, he
half
super
the amount.
chatted the money, and I said, Rand, are you gonna buy that PS5 Pro? And he's like, most of that's gone to Brazzers.
Damn. D, I see you in the chat, brother. D Batch in the chat.
Oh, knee.
You guys are.
Man,
Rand
this
has
is
more
such a
achievements
shit
in
show
browsers than he
today.
does
It
Xbox.
seriously is. I apologize for these guys today.
Stop apologizing, bro. We
it's-
made the podcast good. It was shit before I joined.
Gaz.
Jesus,
You
guys.
want to see a shit podcast? Go to the other day when you had that shit guest on.
Your friend Nick was like, "Oh,
Jeez.
Now that was a shit podcast. That was your buddy too. You two were like rubbing elbows, cheesing, smiling, having a great time together, rubbing heads.
Nick goes, what? Rubbing what? Heads.
Which ones?
God.
You guys are playing tummy sticks, dude?
Oh my
Tummy
God.
sticks. Oh, this yeah, derailed.
Derailed. It's gone. You
Derailed.
didn't have topics. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I didn't really have topics, folks. Like I said, I was on my deathbed for the last 2 weeks, and these guys gave me shit. They're like, just get on, play fucking games with us, you gay boy. And I'm just like,
We already
okay.
know you weren't going to play anything with us. You were going to play PoE 2 the whole time.
No, I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance before I got sick.
That's come.
Henry, take your knickers off, Henry. Hold on, I'll be right there, Henry. That's his whole playthrough.
Somebody just called us juvenile. No shit, bro. What do you think happens when friends get
Completely.
together? You think they act like adults? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, he gave the
Naked
thumbs
leapfrog
up
all
and the
over again.
beers, you know, so he knows. He knows. Oh man. But what else is going on in the world of gaming, guys? Like what has gone on the past couple of weeks since I've been dead?
Well, I was watching your friend Legendary Drops video, and if you watch that,
No, that's not
everything,
no, say his name right.
Everything is shit.
everything's shit according to him. Everything's fucked.
Negativity
Everything.
drops.
Negativity drops. Yeah, bro, he just does not. Does he enjoy gaming? I feel like
He
it's
loves
like
games. He plays a lot of games.
he's a
He streams them
sadomasochist
too.
thing.
He streams them online too, just like
Oh,
you
does
do,
he?
guys. The only difference is he actually beats them.
Oh, there it is. Got him.
Bro, if I'm
Hey,
gonna
Gaz.
beat you, Zoka, like I'll beat my wife. No.
Oh, spoken like a true. I'm not gonna say it.
Jeez.
What were you gonna say, Fonz?
Oh,
Finish
good.
it.
No, we're not gonna go there.
I'm not even married yet.
Beat you. Jesus.
Anyways, Web Dave with the $1.99 says, any of you going to the Xbox Summer Showcase in June? Web Dave, I will see you there, brother.
You mean the PlayStation showcase?
Yeah.
Pretty much. You're right about that.
D-Batch, what's
Feels
up,
like
brother?
we're gonna put the logos on there.
Yeah, because
Keep crying
Yeah.
all you want, but your games are still going to PlayStation.
Jesus Christ.
Freaking Phil Spencer said it, not me.
Little Philly, dude. Little Philly coming in.
Oh
This
my
is about
gosh.
delivering great exclusive games to whatever platform we choose, because your feelings don't really matter to us. Sorry, but you fanboys just aren't enough.
That's right.
That's the most truest thing you'd ever said if you said it.
Right.
Highlander, thank you for the 2. He says, this stream is like an Irish wedding. Don't know what that's like, but it sounds fun.
It is.
Oh my days.
I'll be to an Irish wedding. It's fun.
Yeah.
No one cares, Gas. Shut the fuck up.
No one asked you what weddings you've been to.
Yeah.
This guy's super chatted. Do you know what Irish wedding is like? It's just they drink a lot and they talk shit.
Sounds
Zane
like a
Keels.
fucking wedding. What are we talking about?
That's
What,
true.
what am I hearing? Zank Heel says
definitely
legendary
circus
drops
music.
is mid. That's not nice. He's a good, really good content.
He's a
creator.
good
really
friend
good.
of mine.
If you just look at his channel, it's like,
He's
is he
killing
like
it.
anything? Is anything gonna be happy? No.
Well, the
We're all
thing is,
doomed?
it's like right now, I mean, let's be honest. Right now in the AAA space, there's a lot of negative shit going on. Like
Yeah.
gaming is AAA gaming right now is in shambles. It's not a good space.
Yeah, well, I mean, Doom looks fucking dope.
Contrarian.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Doom
There we
Dark
go.
Ages looks fucking dope.
Yeah, it looks great, and I'm sure it will be great because it's still going to be on id Tech, you know, in that engine, and not on Unreal Engine 5. Thank God. We'll see. But
That'd
you
be
know,
the dumbest move ever. That'd be the dumbest move. If id
would
Tech was
be.
like, we're going to UE5 for our next shooter, I'd be like, what?
Nah, they would never. They're not stupid.
Oh, but Gaz, you just said UE5 is great. You just
Yeah, not for everything, you piece of shit.
you look at him, God.
God's sake.
Holy
Oh.
crap!
You see the like evil in his eyes when he said that. He's like, "Ah!"
Yeah, okay, I'm going to use Star Citizen. I'm going to use it into
Guys, we were all, the four of us were in a phone call the other day. And I was in my car and Zocker was driving home from work in his car. And it was just constant insults, just yelling at each other and making fun. It was, I had to go see a therapist afterwards. It's horrible.
Hey, your face.
Gotta go
with
see a
the-
therapist.
The
What
$2
a
super chat
bitch.
goes. What?
After that,
Face.
What does Face
23
say?
Brooklyn. He says, "Oh, he wonders what dealer thinks of Xbox now." There's a reason why dealer hasn't come back to YouTube. That's
don't
Xbox
do
sucks.
that.
No, he still plays Xbox and he still thinks
Oh,
PlayStation
God.
shit.
Yeah.
I already
The
bought a
funny-
PS5 Pro.
Did you say he still hates PlayStation?
Bro, since dealer the last time dealer made a video and now the roadmap is the same for PlayStation. There's nothing.
Oh, shiz. That's true.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
Alex,
that
what you
roadmap's
said, bro?
bad.
They have a roadmap.
Oh, look. Oh, no, it's Alex is in. We should just bring Alex in here. Oh, my gosh. His
You
video
should.
was so brutal today. He
About what?
spent 18 minutes just raking Red Reforge across the coals.
Raking. Oh.
Oh, just raking and raping.
Oh, demonetized.
Oh,
It was
demonetized.
it was so bad. It was great. It was good.
Yeah, Reforge is though. I don't know how
Let's talk about that because, well, we did talk about that at the beginning of the show, but
about
there was a
Reforge.
clear quote where Shu said that our market is on US and PC, and for 8 minutes, Reforge said that's not what he said, even though the quote was right there.
he said he's
so
such a
bad.
lying, grifting little shit.
And
he's
he was
such a
calling
massive
Destin the
hypocrite.
liar and calling Alex a harasser.
Shit.
Dude, it was so
D-Batch
bad.
calling you guys out.
What'd he
Crazy
say?
talking so much shit about PlayStation, but Xbox getting stomped the fuck out.
D-Batch,
Damn.
just because you like to suck J-Dub's cock doesn't mean that we've
Oh.
forgotten all the bullshit that you've done. You've done a massive pivot
What
to try
in
and
the hell
freaking...
is going on?
Dude, PlayStation's in shambles right now.
No.
If you want to sit and talk about how amazing consoles are selling with no effing games now, none for the rest of the roadmap except for Wolverine. Who's going to carry them? Insomniac and Housemark? Holy crap, bro.
D-Batch only
Like, get
did
a
this
clue.
did this U-turn just conveniently, and then 30 seconds. I told you this was happening. No, you didn't. Shut up. You got receipts right there and there. You were there saying that this was not going to happen, and then now you flipped it and you started vouching for the PS5 Pro, and then you're talking about Digital Foundry, and Digital Foundry today cock slapped the
Merc.
PS5 Pro. So what are you saying now? So what are you saying now? Are you sitting there? Yeah. Okay. What's changed? What we're going to play on the PS5? What do you want us to play? You still playing Astrobot? Suck my dick.
Dude, I get it talking about the consoles, and I talk about the consoles a ton. But if you lean on just the console, that is the dumbest thing. It's about the games, bro. It's about what games you're going to be playing.
We're talking about games.
You know what game I'm going to play on the PS5? Doom Dark Ages.
God of War 28.
Doom Dark Ages. Doom Dark Ages and all of Xbox's roadmap. Get fucked, kids. What? See, I'm on D-Batch's side. It was a 2v1. I don't like that shit. D-Batch's
contrarian.
You get your shit out of D-Batch. Don't talk shit.
All right. By the way, I'm ending the poll now. Okay, 68 votes. Did you get?
I got your back, D-Batch, dude.
53% say yes. 47 say no. 47%
there you go.
Half
are
of
liars.
us
said yes. Half of us said no in the panel.
Yeah,
so
47%.
They're not liars, Fonz.
47% never bought a 360 or lying. 100% right there.
How many here? Oh, yeah, Google this. How many RRODs were there for the Xbox 360? They sold 80 million consoles.
I had 5 alone. 5.
So listen to me. Listen to me. You think it's 80 million just one? A lot of people bought another 360 because of the Red Rings of Death. I don't think it was 80 million people bought a console, bro.
The failure rate was between 23 to 54% for early models.
Yep, and then after that, the failure rate was way down.
How the fuck do you go from 23 to 54%? That is a massive jump. Like, what do we
change the model halfway through the gen?
Yeah, for early models.
He didn't say that. He said from early models.
That's what I just said. What the fuck are you talking?
So are you saying, like, as the models kept coming out, iterations of it?
You think I made these facts up? Do you want me to point the camera?
You guys are gonna fight, bro.
The white button 360s were the most prone. They were the first launch models. They were the most prone to red ring, and then they tried to fix it, and that wasn't enough. And then the gen that I got was in 07. That was the one that didn't get. Yeah, the Chrome disc tray 360 was the one that had a way better failure rate. And so it just reduced it. But if they sold 80 million consoles, there's no effing way there was 40 million Red Rings of Death. There's no way. I think it was more like 8 or 10 million.
By the way, we got a super chat here from Ryan Hodgson. He says, "What's the best TV series ever? I like Lost and Game of Thrones."
Honestly, who gives a fuck about the Red Ring of Death? It shouldn't have been there, right? That's it. Done.
Lost and Game of Thrones. Yeah, shit taste, Ryan Hodgson.
Holy shit, that's pretty harsh, bro.
Lost went off for ages.
7 seasons of Game of Thrones was amazing until the last season. Then it fucked itself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Check a Discord DM.
Hey, don't worry about Gaz criticizing your taste. The dude is literally a lawyer. They have no taste in anything, no artistic taste whatsoever. That's what literally they're bred for. Thumbnail. Yeah, that's taste. I didn't say it tastes good. I didn't say it tastes good.
I made a meme of all of Zocker's thumbnails pouring out of a cigarette vending machine.
With a casket next to it.
Oh my gosh. Fasos, Fonz Gaming. Now Colt Eastwood cares about games instead of the Xbox console. Did you, bro?
Pick a lane.
Listen, I said,
no,
you talk
about
lane. Both.
I'm on his side. Pick a lane. Send me another 20. I'm on your side, Face. Yeah, Colt, what are you going to do?
I already said that. I'm like, you could talk about the consoles, but you need to talk about the games too. And if you're only talking about the console hardware, you are lost because PlayStation does not have the games right now.
Oh, guys, wait a minute. I didn't hit my member goal today. I didn't hit the member goal yet. Guys, I need
we're not talking about the next topic until we get
we're not going to talk about
members.
The next topic.
Yep.
Unless I get 25 new members. All right, now let's go.
I literally picked the lane for you, and you still drove yourself right into the rear end of someone's. Yeah, you got it.
You drove yourself into someone's rear end?
He did, yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that for them.
I love it. I love it too.
I like it a lot.
So what is the next topic? What are we talking about here?
We have topics? We're just fucking bullshitting.
Don't let them know that.
I mean, there was the Muse AI thing. I got invited to the briefing from Muse AI, and it was at 9 a.m.
Anyway,
let's not talk about that. Let's talk about something real. How about the God of War remaster?
No one cares.
That Jeff Grubb said.
Well, God of War has better combat than Avowed, though. I mean, that's obvious.
Oh, calm down, hip hop gamer.
Hip Hop Gamer got murked, bro, and he's a nice guy.
But hey,
he got
but
Wait,
why
is there
can't he
literally a
compare
debate?
that combat?
Oh,
to,
Nib came after me, by the way.
Why can't he
Gaz,
compare
on
that
one.
combat?
he did.
Why can't he compare those games?
What did he say?
He said, well, I said like 8 seconds of that was actual gameplay. The rest was canned animations, and I was just being facetious. And he's like, why are you so disingenuous and a liar? And he's like, I put a top stopwatch on it. And he like wrote this whole thing. And I said, change your feminine napkin, Nib. That's what I said to him.
He talks so much shit. Like, he literally came into, like, Nib is Nib. It's just like, at this point, he's just a meme of himself.
Oh my gosh, I feel sorry for his kneecaps, bro. Like, give me a break. But
why can't he compare the
He
games?
put up a minute-long gameplay clip of Avowed and God of War fighting a grizzly bear. And like over half of that footage of God of War was canned animations, like when it takes over and you're mashing a button and it's like the camera's
Why
like
are we comparing
turned.
God of War to Avowed, man?
Sounds like
I mean,
there's
God of
more
War is a
life in
better
that
game.
Combat. It sounds like there's more life in that combat.
I'm going to compare Path of Exile to Forza Horizon 5 then. Fuck it. Stupid.
Well,
makes no sense.
I don't know.
Because he was fighting bears.
He doesn't like the combat in Avowed, so he's like, look at how amazing it is when Kratos fights a grizzly bear with all these canned animations.
It's just a dumb comparison.
What would you compare it to then, Gaz?
I would compare it to anyone who's not a hip hop gamer doing video game comparisons. That's
I'm saying. I'm asking you, like, if you had to
legit.
compare Avowed's combat to any combat, what would you compare it to?
I don't know, Skyrim.
Yeah.
I mean, I would compare it to Dead Island 2 or Dying Light.
You shut the fuck
Dead
up.
Island
Quiet.
2.
Yeah, which you need to play. Fonz.
No, I
You need to
can't.
play
I
it.
can't. I can't play it. Remember, I get motion sickness in that game.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Well, all right, calm down, Erica, for the win.
No, I get motion sickness with certain games, and that game is one of them. Some of us do, Gaz. It's not a lie.
Bitch made.
Some of us
Open
also
your eyes.
wear a tampon.
You know what? Now, you didn't need to say that, gay boy, but anyways, here we are. Anyway.
X Music goes, why do people compare games? If the game is fun, then who cares how it stands up to other games? Because Hip Hop Gamer wasn't enjoying Avowed, so he wanted to make the comparison. But
who does?
Yeah,
Did they say comparison is the thief of joy?
That it is.
You know what
There
the
it
thief of joy is? Gaz. He comes in
100%.
here and he just sucks the soul out of the room.
He does do a lot of sucking. It's what he's good at.
Why don't you turn on your camera, Zocker?
Gaz. I'm
You
teasing
face-sucking
bro.
suck.
Gaz looked
'Cause
like
I'm
he was
chilling.
like really
Phil
offended
says
right
a
there. He's like, holy
deep in
shit.
his throat.
Why don't you bring your caterpillar eyebrows up on this and let me borrow some? I don't even have any.
They might.
Bro, that's what I always say. Every time I create a character, I say, put the eyebrows for Colt
I got
at 0.
Put them
Colt,
on 0.
Colt, I got more eyebrows than
Set him at 0.
I got more eyebrows than you do forehead, bitch. Look at that,
Bro, that's a bold claim.
It's a bold claim.
I tell Fonz, I go, every time I make my character, I have to make the head as tall as possible. And then Fonz goes, you got to put the eyebrows on 0.
I got more eyebrows than Gaz gets views.
Before the show starts, Zocker goes, I go, think they're going to remaster God of War. He goes, I need to remaster Gaz's videos because they suck.
You see, oh no, it's Alex in the chat says, y'all be watching my content way too much the way y'all acting.
Oh my.
You know what?
Freaking.
You know what? That may be true, but this is the way we act behind the scenes as well. So,
Oh my gosh. I have been enjoying Alex's content, man.
we
Alex,
talk.
Alex, I don't think
four-
you watch my content, and I don't watch your content.
No one does.
But, how
No
you
one
feel about it? There's no content to watch, Gaz.
Exactly.
There's
Even when
nothing
you
to
did make
do.
content, people just listen to
Zucker's
it.
channel's about as lively right now as Dealer Gaming's, bro.
I'll come back. I'm gonna
Mine's
come
not
back when
far
Dealer comes
behind.
back. It'll be a renaissance, dude. We're coming back.
Yeah, mine's not far behind. I'm joining them pretty quickly.
Jesus, you
with the amount of people I'm
self-hating
losing.
fuck.
Um,
Jesus.
Just call him
Hey, it
self-hating
is
dude.
what it is. What? I didn't hear
I thought he
that.
said.
I didn't hear that.
Do you guys want to talk about Elder Scrolls 6? Because I got called out. And
Yeah,
Break
and
across
Yeah,
the
6
goals,
years when
because
it
you
comes
lied
out.
again about the games.
You lied. Yeah.
Oh,
You
you said
lied
I saw
to
your
me.
video, Colt. You said there was leaked gameplay in the thumbnail. Can you
I
explain where
said
that was?
leaked leaked gameplay details on the thumbnail.
He's such a
bro.
lying little shit with your videos.
It says leaked gameplay details on
deserve
the
all the
thumbnail
hate you
and
get.
the title.
Hold on, time out. Let me go look at. Look how
Go
small.
look. Go look at.
details
Read me
is.
the title and the thumbnail. You son of a biscuit.
You think these little technicalities will get you off? Piece of shit.
They'll get you off.
I'm not going to take the piss anymore. He's going to
You're gonna get
Photoshop my wife's face on a Facebook.
Yeah, leaked gameplay. That's all I see.
well.
No, you lying sack of crap. Read it
Isn't
right.
YouTube supposed to start going after people that are clickbaiting and stuff?
Rest in peace, Colt.
See ya.
Hey, you have Phil Spencer on one of your thumbnails. You fucking bitch. That's my thing.
That's my thing. What is it? What's it say, Zocker?
Leaked gameplay.
Read the rest of it.
I
What do
can't.
you mean
There's numbers in front of it.
You
Block it.
lying sack.
He can't read, bro.
What are the
you're
leaked
asking for
gameplay
way too
details?
much. Yeah,
You
he says
can't
leaked
read.
game. In your title says leaked Elder Scrolls 6 gameplay details coming 2026.
There
so
you go.
next year there's no gameplay. We're coming for that forehead. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Bro, you're gonna be coming.
For or on? Anyways,
There's gonna be a lot. Make him a glazed donut. That's what I'm gonna do.
oh God. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's gonna be the donut
no.
hole.
No.
Yeah, it looks like a brown eye.
How's this podcast going for you, Fonz?
Love it. Love it. Couple, got my friends here that I talk to every day, and we're just basically chit-chatting live. But on my channel, we're ruining my channel. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
I think it's
Can't
good.
wait to go to Colt's channel and do the same.
Yeah, please do.
You trying to tell me it wasn't ruined already?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's literally what you've been saying for the last hour and a half.
Bro, I've been
What do you-
dropping freaking subs like you wouldn't believe.
Well,
Stop making videos,
Oh.
you old fuck.
yeah,
Seriously,
you need to make some videos.
I
and
miss
go
you. I
after,
miss your videos.
Yeah,
You
bro.
can't grow on
Well,
live shows. No one
The
grows
thing
on
is,
live shit.
no. Well, except for it's Alex apparently.
No, he doesn't. He
Wait,
makes videos.
what does Alex want me to say? It's like Colt, say
Say
it.
it.
I don't remember what I was
Say
gonna
it,
say.
Colt.
I don't remember what it was.
Say where Zorko's going to come. In his own mouth, Alex. In his own mouth. That's how he plays in Ghost.
Hey, that takes a lot of skill, guys. I don't want to hear it. We barely can find your little overgrown clit that you call a dick. I don't want to hear
Because
it.
it's in your.
Hey, Danny
Because it's in your
Patch
ass.
Official he has a $2 super chat here related to gaming, by the way, guys. Says panel best gameplay in the past 2 years. What's the best gameplay in any game?
The best
you've
in the
played?
last 2 years?
Yeah, last 2 years.
Easily avowed. Easily. I'm just kidding.
Oh
I'm
my,
just kidding.
It's gonna be
Blows
like,
best
you
what-
game-
away.
oh my God.
Best gameplay in the last 2 years? It's been such a mid-generation, bro.
Best gameplay. That's an interesting one.
I can't even think about what's come out in the last 2 years. Like what's
Like,
Like
can you think of,
Warhammer
the list?
Space Marine was good, but I wouldn't say that gameplay was
Yeah.
something that I would. It was just felt like Gears, and that was about it.
I
But
enjoyed
it was
a lot of,
good.
I'm going to say it. I enjoyed a lot of PoE too.
You said good
Honestly, somebody
gameplay.
put it
Dude,
in
all
the
you
chat.
do is
He
click the
said
left
good
mouse
gameplay.
button.
No,
X,
you
X-Mute
don't.
put it in the chat. Hogwarts Legacy. They did have pretty damn
Redfall.
good gameplay.
You said it was game of the year.
Elden Ring DLC was the last couple of years, right? Yeah. There was
Elden
just
Ring
last
DLC
year.
was just last year.
last
I
year.
don't think Elden Ring was 2 years ago, was it? Was that 3 years ago?
Because
It
Elden
was
Ring
2022, I think,
Elden
I
Ring's
think.
phenomenal too.
or was it 21? What was
Well,
Elden Ring? What year was it, Gaz?
Gaz,
Gaz, you clout chasing.
What
You think it's
about-
popular? What was Elden Ring?
Gaz,
What
you
year
beat-
was it?
did you beat
2
Tears of
years
the
ago.
Kingdom, Gaz?
Yes.
Would you say
The
that
gameplay wasn't. It was very similar to Breath of the Wild, but the mechanics were really good.
For what?
Really good.
What? Be barefoot?
Is the Kingdom.
You just like
You play
playing
League of Legends.
You
Zorko.
just like playing a barefoot little boy in that game. That's all you like playing that game for.
I had shoes.
Oh, did you get shoes?
First of all,
Finally
Colt went
found
at
some?
you, not me, you stupid bitch. Why are you coming at me?
Elden Ring. Yeah, Elden Ring is
Fucking
2022.
dumbass.
2022.
By the
Shit,
way,
time's
Ryan
flying.
Hodgson said the next topic is why Gaz has such a gaping asshole.
Ask Phil Spencer.
God.
Dude, you just said it. You said that out loud. Ron
No delay.
G2665 says, with $1.99, says Naughty Dog and Rockstar gonna blow everything away. I don't know about Naughty Dog, but I will say Rockstar for sure. Naughty Dog has not been the same Naughty Dog for me in quite some time. I'm not impressed until I get impressed again.
God of War Ragnarok's gameplay too.
Oh no, it's Alex says, Fonz, my channel is dying. Also, Fonz has over 100 live viewers and gets donations. Imagine if you made videos too.
Yes.
Alex, I tell him all the time, like, dude, make a video on this. Like, he's preaching to me on the phone. I go, make this a video. It's like, oh, I don't have time. I don't want to.
But you guys know my problem. My problem right now is that I don't have studio. I don't have a proper studio to make content.
You're sitting in the studio right here. You don't even need to be on camera the whole time.
There's times when my kids are sitting right here watching TV. I can't make content.
Tell me, is it impossible for you to have made videos with your with your constraints?
Not.
With my constraints?
Time out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and my schedule, yeah. Maybe I could have made some here and there, but I don't feel comfortable making them out here.
I do agree. That's a big point. I do. Yeah.
So hold on.
Somebody's always
Fonz,
on.
I agree with that.
Fonz, I'm calling your bullshit because literally since I've known you the last 4 or 5 years, Dealer was up your ass to make videos and you did it when you had your studio. Everybody's been up. You just don't do it.
You don't like making videos anymore, bro. And when you make videos when I people love your stuff.
Go look at it. I made.
I agree with Fonz.
I made
because my
because your parents are around the other corner, and you can't say that Sony guys are. I can't say.
Sorry. But anyway, what I was going to say is it's actually really problematic if you haven't got your own like studio space without being unencumbered. My family's moved in here now, and it's really a problem counting the days. And it's really a mental block. It is a mental block. So I understand.
But I have a plan to move soon, so hopefully I can start doing stuff.
You can't be yourself, yes.
That's true, Alex. Speaking facts.
Yeah,
he's like every 4 months he can tell that I'm bummed out, and he's like, "Get to work, go make a video, make more videos." He tells me.
I don't think he's talking about videos. I don't think he's talking about videos when he tells.
Yeah, he tells me to get back on the street corner.
Oh, Jesus Christ! First of all, that was a little too grippy there. You need to ease it up a little bit.
That's what you wanted, Zocker.
I don't want to lie and force good Xbox news when there isn't any. He's right about that.
Dude, what the... No, how the heck would I ever make videos if I was worried about good Xbox news?
I've never...
Like, it's been so bad for like a year.
Just do what fucking Colt does. Clickbait Elder Scrolls 6 gameplay.
There you go.
Fine.
Yep. Or Grand Theft Auto 6.
Or Grand Theft Auto 6 and put a
Those are good videos, though, man. Those are really good videos, and people like them.
Do you know what's sad? You know what's embarrassing? My most popular video, and it still gets views to this day, is on PlayStation getting Forza Horizon. And in that video, I am saying it'll never happen, and it happened. And that was like 3 years ago I made that video.
What the super chat?
Lord Carth.
Lord Carth with the $2.
Have Gaz read this one.
Sucking reminds me of Tim Dog. Holy crap.
Jeez.
Tim Dog's still a friend.
Hey, get off my boy Tim Dog, dude. Tim Dog's awesome.
Oh, geez. Phase 23 just lied through his teeth.
Fonz, Red Dead 2 gameplay is trash.
You're a PlayStation guy? How can you even say that? That makes no sense.
Crap, the game's so good and the gameplay's so amazing. It sucks that people are so bad at video games that they don't like or they can't play Red Dead 2. It's just a skill issue, I guess.
Phase 23, you think Red Dead's gameplay is trash and you saw a PlayStation? That's just so weird to me.
Press X to be bored, bro.
Phase 23 Brooklyn spitting facts. I like it.
Shut your whore mouth,
G2665 with $1.99. Fonz don't agree. Last of Us 2 gameplay is ahead of its time. Yeah, the gameplay was great. Gameplay was really good. Story, complete trash. Complete trash. That story has no freaking like any kind of freaking you get nothing from it. There's no satisfaction from that story at all. At the end of that story, you're just like, what the fuck? Why did I even
We're still talking about Red Dead 2, right? I completely
Sebastian
agree.
Goes, you're making fun of Colt, but you play World of Warcraft soccer. Click, 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 click.
Facts. Who said that?
Mythic 12,
Sebastian
bitch.
Cooper.
Loving it.
Yeah, mythic virginity is cool.
Virginity is cool. Virginity is cool. Just ask Gaz. He knows all about it. Virginity is cool.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Why are you going on Gaz?
You know, I
That's
did
why we love each other.
Gaz, I'd never go at you, man. I got your back, buddy.
Shut the you light bulb shit. Fuck.
Light bulb.
What?
What
was
the
that?
hell was
What did
that?
you even
What
say?
language was that?
What was that even? What did you even say?
I
Did your,
put an
I feel like your
incantation
big
on
ass nose got in the way of your mouth. I don't even hear what you said. Can you say it again, please?
I can get past that nose.
Oh my God. Fonz is like, what?
Too much, people. Too much.
This is what happens when it's just an unhinged podcast and you don't have topics. This is what happens.
I'm so glad you didn't go live, bro. I mean, it was so much better this way that we can edit it all out after the fact.
Editing shit out. Last time Fonz edited something out was in 2003.
Oh, man.
I don't even know what editing is.
We know
Yeah,
that.
you don't, Zucker.
I hit record and we move
I
on.
knew we
bitch.
agree.
There's
Zucker's got like 3 cuts. His Premiere Pro's like rip, end. Done. That's it.
most current content creators for the PlayStation side doesn't know what editing is.
Hey, have you noticed that the PlayStation podcast, they're all like this the whole time?
Do they even show their faces?
Well, the ones that do, they're just mad the whole time, and all they do is talk about Xbox. They're just like Xbox.
That's why D-Back is such a good fit for it.
You go to the Xbox podcast, and they're just leapfrogging over each other. It's great.
Make It Simple says, I just fish and play poker all day in Red Dead 2.
That's a game right there.
I've
I was
been
playing
there.
poker yesterday. That was fun. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah. I used, you know what? I played my first playthrough. I did a lot of hunting and fishing and stuff in the first playthrough. Second playthrough, not so much, but I found a lot more stuff. Like I found new stuff in my
I did the
playthrough.
legendary ones. I didn't even mess with them the first time around. Yeah. That game is amazing. The second time I couldn't believe that it got even better. And you know what? It honestly got robbed for Game of the Year in 2018. Like really got robbed. As great as God of War was really great. That was weird. That year, I loved Spider-Man more than God of War. And Red Dead Redemption didn't win. But yeah, that one kind of I was like, that kind of threw me for a loop.
Magnum says, have you noticed that there's always someone with a dog shit mic on a PlayStation podcast?
Oh, bro. I mean, their own CEO uses a freaking Taco Bell, earbud mic. So what do you expect?
Yeah, the freaking
earbud mic.
Have you not seen it? Herman Hulst.
Herman Hulst is like he's got one of those iPhone earbuds from like 2008 hanging from his ear, and he's like, "Oh, today we're going to talk about putting games on PC, but let's not tell their fans." Yeah,
I appreciate that, Tyrese. Yeah, I used to use a lot of music. Music would be the start of my videos or my creativity when I would start making videos. It was always about the music and stuff.
You did some really cool music edits and montage stuff on your channel, and
you had gameplay hitting the beats.
To be real, you can do all that production while your kids are watching TV, and then when they go out and run an errand or go to the store, you can sit down and record your voiceover stuff.
But you know what it is, though, overall, though? It's having the passion to do it for certain topics and stuff. Most of the topics that happen in the gaming scene today, I don't care about. There's a lot of negative shit I don't want to cover.
I won't bring it up here, but there are some topics that you need to cover that you're passionate about, that we talk about all the time. And I'm like, you need to cover this stuff. You need to have your voice talking about that. That's the stuff that you care about. But then you're like, oh, I don't want to make videos. And people love the stuff you make.
Yeah. I know.
Boba Fett says, press X to hold the controller upside down like Jim Ryan. Yep.
Oh,
it doesn't really help that Xbox executives are game players. Like Phil plays a ton of games more than any other executive. It doesn't make him a better leader for the console
eats a lot of
space at all.
tacos from the taco truck. That's not games. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Anyways, dude, I don't got much to say here anymore.
The news was that's why I didn't do a show today. The news is pretty dry.
I got one that we could talk about. before people leave.
Yeah.
Because you guys had a totally different opinion than I thought you would, and I'll bring the question up to everybody. If Xbox backed out or got blocked for ABK, would they be in the multi-platform situation, or would they be better off, in your opinion? That's the question, because the CMA said the other day, the CEO of the CMA said, would it happen today, we would have not have sat at the table and challenged Microsoft. We would have allowed them to just go ahead and buy ABK from the get-go, which means they would have closed in early 2022, which caused a lot of problems. But my question to you guys is, if Xbox is like, oh, we're probably going to get it blocked, we'll pay the $3 billion and we won't be in the whole $80 billion, do you think that Xbox would be in a better position than they are now?
How could you say that? How could you say that? If it wasn't for ABK, Xbox would be murked. Xbox probably last gen. This would be their last gen probably. They'd shut them down. Have you not seen their figures? You think it's sustainable that because of ABK, the only way their revenue is up, their console sales are tanking? Okay, fair enough. They have good first-party studios about to deliver that game, but that rug could be pulled under them before the games even came out. ABK is the only reason why Microsoft is now committed to gaming. All these Xbox fans who have recency bias are thinking, "Oh no, this is the reason why Xbox went multi-plat." You guys you don't realize that without ABK, Xbox would be screwed. And so now, this is the third biggest revenue generator for Microsoft as an company. They've spent more money on this acquisition than ever before as a company. Microsoft, the company. Now your Game Pass with multi-plat, whether or not we like it or not, which we don't, it's Game Pass is now going to be a lot more sustainable than it was before. Because for years they didn't deliver on those games. So Xbox as a brand is more healthier now than it ever has been. Now, what does that mean for its hardware position? I don't know what it's even planning to do.
Yeah, it's bad for hardware, but when people say Xbox is dead, they act like Xbox is just a piece of plastic. They haven't been just a piece of plastic since 2016.
But to be fair, there's still a lot of people that hold on to that notion that
that's
Xbox
their problem.
Is their console. I mean, our good friend Dior Gaming used to say that all the time.
Yeah, but the thing is, look, one thing's going to happen. Most of their Game Pass subscribers come from console. So are you saying that they're just going to forsake? They can't do that. So
I thought it was 50-50. I thought it was 50-50 or something like that.
No, it's more majority on console than on PC for Game Pass, but
it's like 70-30.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And they can't forsake the console. So the next console, they have to make money and they have to open the shit out of that console. So it cannot be, they'll have to take some major risk. I'm hoping they do that, because if it's just a Series X successor, it's going to fail.
It won't be.
It won't be. So that's what's really exciting to see what they're going to do in this space. I mean, but may not affect me other than a handout. I'm not that interested because I'm on PC, but it's gonna be pretty big. So ABK, people saying that, ABK is the reason I wish it didn't go ahead. If you didn't wish it go ahead, Xbox would be down in the gutter because they're getting murked, and they wouldn't have that longer lease of life to now show you all these games. So now you can relax because
Here's
you know that
question,
Gears of War, Fable, Forza, all these, Perfect Dark, all these other games in their timeline, you're going to see them now. There is nowhere near as much pressure. So there are pros and negatives of that.
But they kind of still need that console base for a couple of reasons. They need it for, everybody paying into Game Pass. What would happen to Game Pass if the consoles totally went away? Live. What would they do with Game Pass?
They're just turning away free
PC
revenue.
Game Pass isn't going to freaking do it for them.
Yeah. They had 30% growth this year on PC Game Pass, which is amazing for them, but it's not where it's going to be sustainable. So what they're going to do with the next gen, they have to kind of transition into the next gen. They call it gen. The idea of gens is disappearing as well, but they're going to have to transition into that and then see that number tip over, so that their Game Pass subscribers are not beholden to their console box yet. And we're nowhere near that stage yet.
I agree with what Gaz said. I think that, we talked about this offline too, and me and Gaz were kind of, for the first time ever, on the same page. But I just think it would be dead. Xbox would be dead. And the only thing I'm gonna go against is, I think people need to really temper expectations for the next gen consoles. I think, especially when it comes to Xbox, The consoles obviously don't sell. Literally, I was saying for years that that Series X or both of them were gonna sell 45 million consoles, and they're not even above 30. So like,
So then, what happens to Game Pass?
So well, I think Game Pass on PC will be fine. I think that's where they're going to push it.
But that's not enough.
I think they're going to. It doesn't need to be. They have BattleNet, which is making a fuck ton of money. They have the mobile front that's making a fuck ton of money.
What do you mean it
they
doesn't
have WoW
need to be?
making
You
money.
have to have
Everything. Their whole strategy changed. Like the point is that like you're talking about Game Pass like it's not anywhere else. Like the point is that their games are on
only
PlayStation
on PC
now.
and
Yes,
their console.
but like move outside of Game Pass. All their games are everywhere now.
PlayStation's not going to allow it.
Are everywhere. No, I'm not talking about Game Pass.
They're allowing people to play on Game Pass on multiple devices.
Like they have Game Pass everywhere else, but like don't even bring up Game Pass. I'm talking about the revenue that they're getting with like call it Sea of Thieves. No, like look at Sea of Thieves going to PlayStation and selling over 1 million copies or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
That's where they're going to make up their revenue is from there. Like the console, like you need a business justification, right? That's what you do when you make a console, and there is no business justification to make another console. There isn't. So they're not going to put a lot of software development on it. They're not going to put a lot of stuff on it. They're going to make it open, as they say.
Well,
yeah, basically it's going to be a PC.
That's one of the reasons why I don't see. That's one of the reasons why I don't see Game Pass really being a thing in the future. Because I say if the consoles go away for Xbox, so does Game Pass.
Well, console isn't going away. Just the console gamer won't have a restricted box anymore. They'll be able to play on
where would they play
on a PC-like device that'll be more like a PC than anything. But they're also improving the cloud structure, so cloud will be on more powerful hardware, so it'll be in line with what NVIDIA is doing. But one of the things you guys didn't address was that one of the main pressures for Xbox going multi-platform was the $80 billion investment that Satya wants a return on immediately. If they would not have that $80 million investment now needing to be justified, I don't think Xbox's platform would be dead. I would think that they would probably still eventually go multi-platform, but Gaz kind of
eventually. Colt, they were already going there since 2016, man. The sales weren't there. Like, what do we like? What are you talking? The sales weren't there, and Bethesda, we already knew they bought Bethesda or whatever. Bethesda games weren't selling well. Like like after buying them, like that's
Bethesda
why
was in the hole when they bought them. That's why they bought them.
That's why they bought them.
Bethesda was doing
like
horribly.
Apparently they were trying to buy them like a year or two before, and it was like an insane number because they were doing okay, but they knew they had games coming out that weren't going to sell well, and when they came out didn't sell well, Xbox swooped in and got them for $8 billion and was like, cool, moving on.
I mean, most games aren't selling well this past 4 years.
Because
but Xbox is way below everybody else.
The other problem that, I've talked about with you guys for a long time is the fact that, the games being on Game Pass also are, even if it's on PC, they're different from the games that are actually sold through Steam or some other, service.
That's a problem they can rectify.
They need to fix that.
Like they're gonna have to rectify it within their own store. But like the point is that like you look at like what Valve did with the Steam Deck, stuff like that. Like they're just open. They're just like, whatever, you want to come here, you come here. That's what Xbox is gonna do. They're just gonna be open.
Oh, by the way,
if you want to come here, you're gonna come here. It's not gonna be a walled off trash bin or not a garden. It's not gonna be like it's just it's just that's what's going to happen. And the ABK deal needed to happen for them to survive.
Face wants to know if it makes sense to make another Xbox console. Of course it does.
They're not going to. They're going to. It's not really going to be a console. And Phil already said, like, they can sell. They have a guarantee of selling 30 million consoles.
I thought they already said they're going to make a next gen console.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just predicting it's going to be a PC more than a console, but it will be a console. It'll have the Xbox power button.
You're talking one of those like the Valve consoles
but
they had back.
Phil
in the day.
said way before any of this happened. He said like way back in 2019 that we build consoles because it's a guaranteed 30 million people that are going to buy the console, and they're invested in the ecosystem. They bought all their games there.
I'm just telling you.
I expect Zucker that the next generation they only get 15 to 20 million by the end of the entire generation next time around, and I'm sure they know that as well. But but Xbox doesn't rely only on selling plastic. They ventured out because they can't survive that way. PlayStation right now has decided that they can't survive on just the plastic alone. Jim Ryan said it. You quoted it in your videos in 2019, Zocker, that the console is not enough. And so they're moving games to PC. They'll wait a year or a year and a half, or they're doing most of their games day and date because games don't thrive. Franchises are dying. Alan Wake 2 is a big game of the year contending game. Didn't even make enough money. So
because it's boring. But that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it, but I mean, it's a game of the year contender. People love the heck out of it. It was in the zeitgeist. Everybody loved the game, it couldn't even make a profit.
What about
its opening
oh
months.
no, it's Alex says here. He says move the Surface team to make the next console. Xbox looks like they're following Valve, in my opinion.
That's part of the rumor.
That.
I don't know if I believe it.
They're doing it. Of course they are. They're going to use the Surface team to build that next console, and they're going to open it up. As well, they're gonna have to put Windows in there and entice them. I'm gonna work on a video on that, but yeah, that's the only smart play. Anything else is just waste of time.
So is Jason Ronald the head of their Surface team now?
The rumor is that Jason Ronald is supposed to be working with the Surface team in concert to build the next console hybrid PC.
Okay, that's believable. Very believable.
Yeah.
Xbox survived. Danny Passion, thank you for the 5. He says Xbox survived without ABK for almost a decade. Gaz, shut it. Totally wrong. They would invest the $80 billion somewhere else. They are better with ABK. No, I honestly think Gaz is right about that. I think that they would have been in big trouble had they not.
You think that status quo would persist, that they would keep bleeding money, $100 per freaking Xbox console? You think Satya Nadella likes bleeding money?
Still bleeding, yeah.
Yeah, and literally Satya Nadella asked Phil Spencer, "Look, do you want to be in this space? Because we don't need to be in this space. Microsoft doesn't need to be in the gaming space." Phil Spencer gave them assurances. They completely falter on their Game Pass targets, on their hardware targets, and you're like, "Oh no, it'll be fine without ABK." Danny Passion official, just stick to playing Sekiro and suck my.
Jeez.
Hey, don't talk about Danny that way. He's a good dude.
He's cool. But he's wrong. Vehemently wrong. Like, horribly wrong.
Face, he says, thank you very much, Face. He says, do you really believe what Phil says? Of course I do.
What about what? Freaking Face.
Why wouldn't you believe this, Face?
Keep crying all you want, but your games are still going to PlayStation.
Well, how can you not believe that? I got it on tape.
What were you going to say, Gaz?
It's like, about what? But what don't you believe? But what is there not to believe about Phil? Now he's just said everything is everywhere. No red lines, everything. What is it that you don't want to believe it?
Well, people are like, there's no way they're going to back out and not make this console. It's like they already greenlit it. They're already in R&D. They're going to build this thing.
He's talking about like the history of him saying it's a case by case basis. This isn't an indication.
We already covered. Like it's already over.
Like it's already done.
The
point is now, like whatever Phil says now, like just don't pay attention. All you need to expect is that all Xbox games are going everywhere. That's it.
These guys don't even believe Shuhei Yoshida when he said our biggest market is US and China.
I will say this: I wouldn't believe him about anything he says about a console. Nothing.
Yeah.
Don't believe anything.
Yeah. The thing is with Phil Spencer, after this whole fiasco, it's very hard to believe anything that comes out of his mouth. But I will say, like this hardware thing, there's a big question mark around it because it's so like the only prospect that we see Xbox even worth doing their own first party like hardware is opening it up. The reality is I can only see the next gen being the last Xbox console from Microsoft. That they'll palm it over to third parties, I reckon. But unless there's going to be a breakout hit, I don't see that changing.
What would entice somebody to buy the next Xbox if, say, everything goes to PlayStation next gen?
Exactly. Good question. And then the reason why everyone says it has to be open is because you have to bridge the divide between PC and consoles. So the reason, like at the start of the show, we talked about whatever that Jay-Z 2 cents, whatever his name is. Yeah. He was talking about, a console. It's the price factor is the reason why people can't jump into consoles. These consoles are basically closed off PCs anyway. So now that if you open it up and sideload Windows and give users the kind of freedom that they want to do things like streaming and stuff, because console guys can't do proper Twitch streaming and stuff, and a lot of people want to get into that foray and stuff, or have a Windows and have that kind of the only way that an Xbox console would make sense, and it could potentially sell in China, could sell everywhere, different regions across the board. Is if it's a basically subsidized gaming PC that's really open, but with a console form factor. So you have the ease of use to play console games, but have a side-loaded window. And it could potentially do incredibly. It would destroy PlayStation in sales because you're basically selling a PC at price, depending on your marketing. But Microsoft sucks. So it'll probably end up being a USB stick that you plug into your TV, and Xbox is going to fail. And you don't know. But
that PC... That hybrid PC would have all of the games. It'd have all the Steam, Epic,
it'd have
GOG.
PlayStation games.
It'd have the the PlayStation games after they finally get to PC, and then all the Xbox games. And I could see that being a major draw for people because PC's awesome, but there are a few million people in the world that are like, I don't know if I want to spend $1,200 or if I want to spend, to be realistic, like a little over $1,000 to buy a PC or pre-build. This console is probably $800, maybe even $1,000 in the future, and we'll see. Especially if it's like Surface built. Yikes.
Neither of you mentioned Game Pass as being that enticement.
About what? Console?
Whether they buy the next Xbox console if they were to put everything out on PlayStation as well.
Oh yeah.
The only reason consoles being made is because of Game Pass. If Game Pass wasn't in the picture, we'd be talking about Xbox just walking away from hardware.
Yeah, because I'm wondering how many people will actually stay just for Game Pass, stay on the platform for Game Pass.
A couple million, probably. I know there seems to be like a couple million people. A lot. It's like how many people are gonna plug their monitor into PS5 Pro and you just throw out a number. But I mean, I see a lot of people talk and they're like really like committed to Game Pass, like they rely on it.
Oh yeah,
anytime these days I hardly play any Game Pass games, it seems. But they need to put bigger games in there. But their own first party stuff is a pretty good draw right now when it comes to Game Pass.
Yeah, if you like a lot of smaller games too, I mean Game Pass is
like I was messing around with the Sniper Elite Resistance, and we liked the last one. This one's okay. I heard one of the few games I'm playing.
It's not as good as the last one.
It's not, but it's mostly the same stuff. But it just feels free when you play it, because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Like Avowed.
I kind of feel like that with a lot of with PC gaming, not that it's free, but just the pricing I get on some of these games, $2 and $3 for some older games that are really good and much better on PC than the consoles. It's like,
yep,
it blows me away. But yeah, that's where you start.
Thanks, D.
That's where you start spending a lot of money, though. In PC is you see these games. Oh, it's only this much. Oh, I can get that. Oh, I'll get this one too. It's only this much. Okay, I'll go ahead. And it just spirals.
D-Badge giving you advice, Colt. That's nice.
What?
I like that D-Badge giving you advice. Cool. Nice.
Xbox's PC lean into it champion the games. Yeah, it is. That is good advice. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about the games for quite a while. I still do hardware related videos.
What's up, Gaz?
What? What?
Why'd you say that?
Watch it.
It's just, what the hell's wrong with you, Zoka? It's just like
pulled out an airsoft gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see.
I saw you.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, before, Xbox didn't have any games, so what could you talk about? They had Super Lucky's Tale and Recoil. I wasn't talking about games back then. Frick, that was the worst. That was Zocker's fault. Zocker's like, I think people are
going to have a rude awakening next gen. I think it's going to be...
Why do you think
really
that?
What'd you say?
I think people are going to have a rude awakening next gen. I don't think they're investing money into making it open. I don't think they're investing money. Like, if you're going to get folded up into the Surface, that means you're going to utilize the stuff that they have in there. And the console's not going to be like all the stuff like Gaz even talked about, like bridging the gap between PC and that, and then you could have Windows and switch things over. It's like, that's a lot of RAM. You need a lot of fucking hardware to pull a lot of that stuff
off. If they don't do it, then the conso's murked. Then they're just basically...
It's already murked, brother.
Like, I know, but then they shouldn't even try it.
They have to retain entitlement of all these games that millions and millions and millions of people have bought on the Xbox platform. Like Phil just said that in the interview. I don't believe a lot of stuff he says lately either, but he said people are worried about where are my games going to go, and they have to come up with a a solution for if console goes away in 2035, when the next generation after that one starts, where are my games? Like, what happens to Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I bought? Well, thankfully, Ubisoft has that cross entitlement, and I think other publishers are going to do the same. The future really is not about exclusive to one platform or one.
You can still play that on your Xbox 360. You can still play that on your Xbox One or your Xbox Series X. It's not. There's no other console. Like, we didn't change anything in the contract of the EULA. It's just there. You can play it there. You own that hardware. That's all.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all.
Yeah,
they don't care.
But the future since the Xbox One and PS4 generation started is the future expectation now is that your games come with you, and they've been true to that for 15 years.
I think there's a lot of like doom and gloom on that front. I think there are challenges there, but I think these are the kind of challenges I actually want Xbox to face, so that we see some real drive to actually innovate and open things up quite a bit.
I mean, it's not doom and gloom, because like, how many consoles did they sell last year, man?
Listen to me, bastard. I'm saying, look, listen. Yeah, I understand that. I acknowledge that. I've told you that. But I'm saying that kind of stuff, you can't expect Xbox to just sit on its hand and then just not do anything about it. And they've always talked about, like, Phil Spencer, take it with a pinch of salt, but they want their hardware to be an exciting proposition to entice people instead of PlayStation. This is a challenge they've brought on themselves. And now they have to try and pull people in towards the Xbox console. And I'm excited about what they do. And if it's dog shit, then it's dog shit. Then it doesn't really matter to me anyway. I'm on PC. But if it's good, then you could see some kind of competition in this space. There's no reason why Microsoft can't do what we're talking about. Microsoft, Windows, the software company. There's no reason why they can't do that. It's exactly what Bill Gates wanted them to do with the original Xbox. Now it's going to double back with Satya Nadella there, and how they can rationalize that number with uptick in more Windows users with their proper PC base, and then you can sell that to Satya Nadella easily with the browser uptick, the native like whatever, because the Edge browser is doing really well now, and it's actually comparable or better than it's ever done in its lifetime for a very long time.
I don't care about any of that shit. I just want good games.
Yeah, but that's how you sell it. But that's how you sell it to Satya Nadella. How it will happen.
I need to see these studios create some freaking bangers, man. And honestly,
Fonts, Gears. Do you think Gears is going to be shit? Do you think Perfect Dark's going to be shit?
I'm not even speculating that it's going to be shit, but what I'm saying is, like, what we've gotten so far hasn't been amazing, hasn't been blow my mind. Oh my God, like Starfield. I expected that game to be much better than it actually was.
Has PlayStation done that to you?
This generation, no.
Okay.
No.
There he is, Soccer, bringing in PlayStation again.
I don't understand. Like, we're talking Xbox, guys.
Like, I want to understand what ones the standards are.
I know it's not a vacuum.
This generation hasn't been that freaking great when it comes to. But however, there have been some standouts out there. I would point to like Baldur's Gate 3. I would point to
Returnal.
I personally like PoE 2. You could say Returnal. A lot of people liked Returnal. However, it didn't sell very well. It was like 1.5 mil. I mean that's in sales. It's like like Astrobot. I don't know. Elden Ring is a phenomenal game. Of course, that came out this gen, but that's a last gen. It's a cross gen game as well. But when I look to games that are coming out just strictly for this gen now in the last 2 years, I haven't been blown away. I'm like looking at games going, okay. I don't see anything on the horizon from either Xbox or PlayStation that looks like it's going to blow me away. I see more coming out of the PC realm that speaks to me more than those consoles.
What is coming to PC that blows you away?
PoE 2 was great. And
that's
not even out yet. No, PoE 2, it's not.
It's not on console at all?
No.
Is
it? No, it is. It is on console.
I think it is. Yeah.
Sorry, it is. But I'm just saying there's games.
It's just Path of Exile. That's what you said.
I would say no. Baldur's Gate 3 is another one. Elden Ring is another one. But I'm just saying most of the first party games coming from either Xbox or PlayStation aren't like, oh my God, I got to buy either. Like, honestly,
I disagree with that.
What about Intergalactic though?
So what game has come out on the PlayStation this gen that said, I have to buy a PlayStation for that?
Or what has come out, or you mean
Yeah.
what's coming out?
Or what's coming out? Like, I don't see anything that's making me want to buy a PlayStation.
I'm assuming that Wolverine's going to be pretty awesome.
I mean, you guys, what the fuck are we talking about? Everybody has
wouldn't
already
buy
bought
it
one. They're at like
for that.
71 million. They've already bought it. Like that's already this conversation's already happened.
Everybody's already bought their
They
Xbox
had
and
God
their
of War
PS5.
2.
That's
They
a
had
good point.
Spider-Man 2. Like that's what was people's hype, and I get it. Now that's like Vision's 2020. We see what those games are. I thought God of War Ragnarok was fucking awesome, but
That's
like
really shit taste.
gay.
it's like come
And
on.
that could be a reason why a lot of PlayStations have sold, but they're not selling a lot of games. Because people aren't fucking interested in a lot of shit they're putting out.
I mean, for
God
a
of War and
first-party
Spider-Man are
game,
selling really well.
Like
Like,
God of War
above
and
all
Spider-Man
others.
2. Like Spider-Man 2, I think is at like 11 or 12 million sold, bro. Like that's
Okay, for how many years?
pretty good.
Okay, so the last 2 years, look at their games that they put out and they've published, and look at the sales on those games. You're talking a million,
what
a million and
game?
5. Astrobot,
Helldivers.
Helldivers 2 sold a lot
Helldivers
on
is
PC.
fucking insane.
On PC.
Still sold. It doesn't matter. It's
Okay,
still
but I'm
sold.
saying that didn't make you run and buy a fucking PlayStation because if you had a PC, you're going to buy it there. And you're not going to buy. That's not a. Oh my
Why
god!
don't we
a
just
system
ask
seller.
Gaz?
That's not a
Why don't we
fucking
just ask-
system seller.
Why don't we ask Gaz? Gaz is the one who hasn't been compelled to buy a PS5. Is there anything coming out that's going to make you say, I'm going to buy a PS5 because I don't want to wait a year or 16 or 18 months?
But I
for the
would say
port?
the same thing about Xbox. I would say the same fucking thing.
I wouldn't. Well, personally, it's personal taste.
What?
So-
what's
That's why I'm
coming out
asking
on your
Gaz.
Xbox?
Well, guys, you
Because
don't
we all own a PS5. Gaz doesn't.
Do you know why I'm saying this? You're gonna get
Let him
caught.
talk.
You're gonna get
Let him
caught.
What, I
Gaz.
don't. But about what? What you're
Because
asking me?
you
What
can play
games
those
I'm
fucking
interested in?
games on PC. Every one of them.
I'm asking, would he be
Oh,
compelled to
what's-
buy
what's-
one instead of waiting?
Oh, PS5? Nothing. Nothing is compelling me to buy a PS5.
See? There you go.
Okay.
There you
What
go.
I
about
like
Intergalactic?
Staros, but I'm gonna wait. I looked at what Returnal looked. Did you see the difference between Returnal on PlayStation and on when it came out on PC? And it pissed
Really?
so many PlayStation guys off. Yeah, massively. And then people were so pissed on PlayStation.
I
So
bought
like,
Returnal on PC because it looked fucking insane and it was awesome. Mouse
Really?
and keyboard shooting above all, man.
yeah, absolutely. So Saros, I'm gonna wait. Intergalactic, obviously, I'm not gonna buy because it's Cuckman, but I think that game's gonna be incredible. I think it will be. I think it'll be an incredible game. I think Wolverine's gonna be really fun. I can wait for it, but it looks really good. I think Marathon's multiplat from the get go. That's it. I don't know. There's nothing else on
Third-person walking
PlayStation.
games. Sebastian said Fawn's only likes third-person walking games. So Elden Ring's a walking game? PoE 2 is a walking game? What are you talking about?
What's
I
that?
mean, PoE 2
weird.
is a walking game.
Sebastian talks shit. I've just noticed him
PoE
talking
2 is better
shit.
than fucking Diablo 4.
Good.
All right.
They're both
Fonz,
shit,
get
yeah.
your 5090 and a 2.1 DisplayPort monitor. No, thank you, Ron G. I'm
What
good
if
with the
Redfall came to
4090.
PS5? Would you be in, Gaz?
Then I would. That'd definitely be it. How fucked up is it that Xbox gave all their games away, but the shit one, the worst one, Redfall, stays on Xbox?
I
The
know.
ultimate crime.
And
Because they don't
yeah,
wanna
there's a
put
couple
any-
of them that.
And this
The-
is
the
what I'm
only
talking
games-
about because they don't want to put money towards shit that doesn't have business justification.
So-
They know
so-
Redfall won't
Like
sell.
Pentiment, yeah.
And Pentiment.
Ugh.
Yeah, I fucking even forgot about
So
that.
I'm
Actually,
still
I
looking forward
heard
to-
that Pentiment was part of it was kind of a screen pass there.
I'll be honest, this is the
yeah.
first generation that I'm more excited for future Xbox games to come than I am freaking PlayStation because I don't
Exactly.
I don't see
Yeah.
anything coming from PlayStation outside of Wolverine and that intergalactic game with the ball-headed lady. I don't see much coming from them aside from those games. I don't
Death
know
Stranding
if I'm gonna
2,
like
Lost Soul
Intergalactic at all.
They've got
But
a bunch
if I
of
look
games.
at if I look at the
Ghost of
Xbox side,
Yote?
what do I see? I see Doom. I see
Yote.
Doom.
What
And
about
I'm
Ghost
like,
of
I gotta
Yote?
play Doom. Ghost
Are
of
you gonna play-
Yote. I'm a big fan of Ghost of Tsushima, so Ghost of Yote should be right up my alley. But who knows? I don't know. We'll see what the game's like. But we'll see with this new protagonist. I may like it. I may hate it. I may love it. we just have to see. But I'm
Love
also excited, even though a lot of people are kind of naysaying and saying things about, well, Fable's going to be shit. I'm still going to give it, you know, I'm going to let it be and just see how it cooks. Let's just see what it comes out like. And, you know, I want to see the trailers and stuff and see what this game's going to be like. And then I'll make my decision. But I'm
This
still
is like
kind
a
of
weird.
excited
This is
for
a weird
Fable.
this is a weird conversation because it's like, of course you're gonna be fucking happy for like Xbox's games that are coming. They have how many more
Because
studios?
they
And on
have
top
games
of it,
coming out.
but like
Exactly.
one year this generation, like they literally brought out Horizon, God of War, and Gran Turismo, like in 1 year. Like that is
Mhm.
3 massive franchises from PlayStation. That would be the equivalent of Xbox bringing out Halo, Gears, and then Forza in the same year.
Yeah.
Like legitimately. Like so, like I get we're talking about like their biggest studios have already brought something out. Xbox's biggest studios haven't brought something out yet. Like, can we like see that? Like, of course we're looking forward to
It's
the
something
future.
like a freaking cheerleader, like,
It's
oh
like
my
I'm
god,
just
like,
saying, like they're
like,
gonna bring it out.
retard, like,
A
it's just like,
a lot.
Ah,
Will the Insider Broke Boy Lewis with the 5 says, be honest, how many sales did Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 2 actually have? And how many consoles sold that, including the game?
I think Horizon
than-
would have bundled a lot. I think that
Horizon was
and
bundled for sure. Spider-Man 2 was bundled. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's still sales. Those games did really well.
I think it does matter. I think Horizons, the idea of Horizons, the question will be answered with the next Horizon game. But I think Sony may be having an inflated idea of how much people want a Horizon game because of the bundle sales.
Who was it that actually exposed from PlayStation that I think it was Shuhei Yoshida's, yeah, for his interview with Kind of Funny, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where he said that
yeah.
they were pushing Horizon and it just wasn't doing very well. And that
He was
leads us to
surprised that
believe
it sold less than the first game. He said it sold less than the first game.
I mean, Horizon Forbidden West has sold 8.4 million copies.
Well, Spider-Man 2 sold a lot, but it sold less than the first game.
The worst part is it is sold less than Days Gone.
Is that
or almost the same?
Isn't that a freaking shame?
That's still 8 million is not a success, but not a failure.
That's bundle sales. A big chunk of that was forced bundle sales.
Plus it's pushing PS5.
I don't see that as a bad thing though.
I don't either.
They get a bunch of consoles that are going to get microtransactions from other games.
Yeah,
no,
like, they make more money from that.
No, but the problem is what I'm talking about on a game level. Do Guerrilla Games now invest that much budget into the next Horizon game? Unless that's budget, bundled with a PS6, then it might not sell well again. So it's like I feel like it's inflating the idea of the appeal of the Horizon series.
Well, of course. I mean, you had freaking what's his name pushing it. The guy, the ex director of Herman Hulse. He worked for Guerrilla. He was the head guy there. That's his baby. Horizon is his whole freaking gaming world.
Baby, it's the engine he used. Like that's why they're so valuable, because the engine they use that they made for it, like nobody can say anything. It's a good engine.
Wasn't that the engine that they borrowed from what's his name? Kojima?
No, Kojima. No, that's the Decima engine.
No,
I have to go, Fonz. This has been an awesome show. You guys can
we're
thank you. It was really fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it anyway, guys, because I'm over it. I need to eat and stuff. But I thank everybody for listening.
When don't you guys?
Send us a picture.
Anyways, Colt, let everybody know where they can find you and stuff, and we'll head out, man.
Yeah. You can find me at Colt Eastwood everywhere. And thanks. Chat was awesome, and everybody was really supportive, and we had a good time. And F you, you're cool. F you. Thank you.
Thanks. Love you too, bud.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I was wrong with that. It was Kojima who borrowed the engine. That's right.
Yeah.
Anyways, Gaz, let everybody know where they can find you, and where they can yell at you, shit on your face, do whatever they want.
You can find me in the next Hamas promotional video in Gaza Strip. You can find me on
shit.
All right.
Terrible.
and and Twitter. Beefing with. I'm going to be less on Twitter. Working more on. Who cares? Zoka's a prick. This show's been actually fun, and I love you, fans.
Zoka is a toddler.
All right, Soccer. Let everybody know where they can find you and what channel you don't do anymore.
Nowhere and everywhere. That's where you can find me. That's it. I need to start making videos. I don't know, dude.
Soccer 87. Soccer 87 on YouTube. Soccer 87.
You guys are just mad because for the first time ever, he's getting more views than me.
I wish I did. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Colt, Gaz, you guys, of course, brothers. Talk to you guys every day. Love you guys. And of course, you guys in the chat, appreciate you. Thank you for coming out on such a shit show today. Actually, it turned out to be a really fun show because it was just us friends talking and bullshit, and it was good.
Regulators, mount up.
Oh yeah. Where is that?
Regulators,
Mount up.
There it is.
All right. With that said, I want to thank everybody for coming out today live, everybody for listening after the fact, and until next time, game on, people.
Later, chat. Guys, what the fuck was that? Fucking weird.